right now? Right now?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
later,
afraid.
later?
I mean, did you need to
Right
put
now.
more makeup on?
Yes.
Oh, you needed
I
more
need to
time?
put that.
Oh, darn
I
it.
need to put that voice makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to put his beard on.
Yes.
Yes. By the way, never
It
shave.
keeps falling
Never
off.
shave. Uh,
Oh, I
It is
know. No,
horrifying.
yeah.
horrifying. It's not
Ooh.
that bad.
Ooh, I like the thumbnail.
Remember that one time that you shaved and like it was like the first time you'd shaved since starting your YouTube channel? So like it was it was my video to edit, so I remember I just like
yeah.
cut out the lower half of your face.
yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was fucking hilarious.
Oh god, I love our old ones. Oh, and then of course I'm just remembering now the Tom one where just Tom wasn't present, but I just had his face slowly fading into existence in the bottom of the screen.
Oh yeah.
What was the paper? What was the story with the paper and your face on it? Like there was a.
Oh, that was for a Q&A. And that was for
yeah.
Yeah, that was a joke from a Q&A that Raymond didn't want to answer, so I printed out his face on a piece of paper, and I did like the worst Australian accent.
Oh my god! That's hilarious.
It's your boy Raymond McNeil.
No, it's Craig Hansen. Because the question I remember very distinctly was, "Is it okay to loot the lollies?" And I'm like,
Oh,
I
God.
ain't touching that, Fatman. You can take this.
Those old Q&As. Those are do those even still get views? Like, is that one still sitting at like 400 views or like whatever it was?
Probably. I can't wait till I hit 10,000 subscribers in like 5 years from now.
Oh yeah.
So I can actually do a Q&A then.
Yeah, really. I didn't even do a Q&A for 10,000.
Well, this is why you're still around 10,000.
Yeah. You got to answer those questions.
But
Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers.
okay, when it's Q&A, what kind of questions?
All sorts.
Yeah.
Like every.
Like,
Whatever
is
they
it
want,
okay
man.
to loot loads?
No. Okay. Alrighty then. I think we're all set. I put the tweet in the chat. And how's everybody out there? Dora, I'm sorry. I know that we're clashing with your shedge, but you know how it is, the world and times and all that. Hello everyone. Just getting settled in as per usual, and then we'll get started. How's that audio and all that?
Yeah, does it sound...
Jazz
Yeah, actually, let
up.
me listen to it.
To answer your question, Fatman, it's still sitting about 800 views. Yeah, that's the 1,000 one. My 300 one is sitting at 115 views.
Oh, yeah. I did one for 300. I think, actually, the one on my pony channel actually has more views than the one on my main channel.
We're gonna bring that pony channel back. You'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be the biggest channel ever.
Ever.
Once I reveal that I've been DWK the whole time, my sub count will skyrocket.
I wonder if there's like sometimes YouTubers will do like little like Fiverr stuff where like you go to like you submit to them to do something for you and they'll just do like the first 20 or whatever that come in. Like some YouTubers do that. Like if you just get a big enough YouTuber to like say, "Hey guys, this entire time I've been this guy," just upload that to your channel.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright.
Yeah. If you
if I get Jacksepticeye,
if you donate to me on Fiverr, I will take credit for any dead channel.
Okay. Vex, how you doing back there? Doing good? Everybody saying hi to you out there.
I'm doing just peachy.
That's
Nice.
swell.
How's it going?
Which is pretty coincidental because I am allergic to peaches and I do swell up. So yeah.
Wow.
I don't know where that
Wow,
came from. I'm
wow.
sorry, you guys. We're here for Rwby, not for my allergies.
you chose that as your angle and not being like you do like eating the peach. Like,
you know,
Dashie, you're not on your A game anymore.
No,
You gotta.
I worry.
you gotta-
YouTube has me traumatized. Okay, like I am its bitch. I don't know what to do anymore on YouTube, and I get scared. And yes, if you really want to get to know me, for $1 or more, blah 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 blah. No, in the Discords for real. Like that's where I just let it out, let loose.
Gotta cough up that dollars.
It's true.
Sorry, no, because we're on like sexual things. And you're like, let it loose, and I'm just remembering the time that me and my friends got in an argument about my Walrus Man character in a D&D game, and we're like, what is his penis?
I don't know. But there's an amazing.
And we're just like, oh yeah, it unravels. It unravels. And it's just like,
the most amazing joke just came in. Haha, hello, Vexed, more like sex. Haha, that's the best joke ever. Thank you for opening up with that sex joke. Never do it again.
That was horrible.
I know. But hey,
No disrespect.
they tried though. They tried.
With all due respect, quit comedy.
Mommy Milkies.
Okay, guys. All right, we're all ready. Again, if you have a question, don't forget to add us with the full name. We are here for episode 13. I would like to know, with a 1 or 2, 1 yes, 2 no, obviously, and don't give me 69. All right, do that later in the Discord. No, but just flat out, like all around. Don't try to break up the episode. Did you like it or did you not? 1 yes, 2 no. Just like an overall, and you can see my hand do the overall, because a lot of mixed emotions out there. Of course, Vexed, of course you have to do 3 because you're just you. Frbt, that we're trying to do the team frostbite with Vex, so it would be driven.
What was it again?
Overall, did you like it or did you not?
2 is not.
Like an overall, like if 50 was the middle and you're 49, then you don't like it, I just want to see how black and white this is first, and then we can break it down. Break it down now.
Well, it certainly isn't black and yellow. I'll tell you that.
I know,
It's
right? Yeah.
Not
It was a big
anymore,
poofy
guys.
yellow.
It's all about that monochrome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only ship we have left, guys.
Nah, there's like, oh my god. But because that's like the only one that matters. Is that what you're saying?
No, cue in that spreadsheet where it's got like 300 ship names.
But I'll give it to Rwby though. They got the best ship names. I don't care.
I know. I still cannot believe that. It's like one of the best things about the show is like every single unique ship has this really cool ship name. Typically, like almost every single one. Some of them have some stupid ship names.
Well,
like,
I'll take your guys' word for it.
Okay.
You don't need to. I can send you an entire spreadsheet.
No. I mean, in comparison to other shows.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, because most other shows, what they usually do is it's just like either combine the names or it's like Sora X Kairi or Sokairi. Like give you an example from Kingdom Hearts. Like it's very basic, and you do get a little of that in this fandom, but it's mostly just to clarify that that's what the tag is. Like, so if someone says White Rose, they may often put in Rwby X Weiss to clarify that's what the tag is. But like that's.
Are you saying you don't like Raylo?
What's Raylo?
That's Rey and Kylo from the Star Wars sequels.
Yeah, that much I know that one because it got out of hand like crazy on Twitter. Like
that one is
toxic as shit.
That one's an abomination.
Really? I do not know that much.
Super proportions.
And I hate ships.
Yelling right to Molly. You want to complain about Catradora? Let's talk about Kylo Raylo fans, shall we?
Yeah, I don't know much about what is it, Mandalorian? Is that where she's from?
No,
that's the Star Wars. That's the
Star Wars sequels.
Hence I don't know much about it, so there you go.
We're talking Star Wars episodes 7 through 9. That clarifies.
Okay.
Yeah,
but all I know is that there's so much complaining about Rey. That's all I know.
Yeah,
I gotta watch the originals for crying out loud already.
Some justify most of it is not.
There's a lot of yelling about her too. Mostly from her co-host. Rey!
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what they did to Finn, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Finn
Alright.
should have been so much cooler. But this is not go down that route. We talk about Star Wars
Yes.
all day.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so here
Let's
we
talk
go.
about a different property that's of questionable status.
All
Yeah, it's
around,
like
there
Star
are
Trek.
2s out there. Average, I would say, would be more 2s than 1. Oh no, there's actually no. No, yeah, there's more 2s than 1. And 69 out of 96, of course. So, obviously, we, I don't know. It just recently, it hasn't been like this for a while for me anyway. At least I haven't witnessed it. But people are getting a little stupid. Okay, just flat out stupid. First of all, stop putting us like the Rwby tubers against each other. It's why do you do that? Like, we hang out, we're all cool, we have opinions. I can't believe I'm doing this first. Like, I can't believe I had the need to do this. We're all mostly adults. I'm sure there's kids that watch this, but come on, what is the point? Anywho, just drink a Coke and a Pepsi. So, as far as this episode, yes, absolutely. There are some flaws. There's some stuff which, of course, we now that we sat on it for a couple days, I actually have a couple of questions that I wasn't able to say on the stream, just like everybody. Just like, I'm sure Fatman and Raymond will have some stuff too. So, yeah. And of course, and by the way, it was Vex's very first blind reaction with us, so that's awesome, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
And
I do want to put out here, Fatman, you've already told a bold-faced lie by answering 2 to that question, because you said with the previous episode that
the question was overall.
Well, no, because you said that you would have to requisitely love the new episode if they did exactly what we detailed, and they did exactly what we detailed. You have gone back on your word, sir.
You got a point there.
damn, called out. I don't remember you saying that, but okay. All right, so
He said he liked the episode if he said he'd be happy if they did something, and that's what they did. But he didn't necessarily say he loved the episode entirely.
and
So, I
also
don't know.
they
I have to
didn't
go
do
back to
they didn't do it exactly.
Yeah,
You know?
my like if there were more than 2 options, like the question was specifically if there are only 2 options. You either thought the episode was good, or you thought the episode was bad.
Mhm.
1 or 2.
Mhm.
And even though this episode did stuff that I did appreciate and respect,
Sure.
overall, I gotta give it that big old fat 2. You know.
And I understand, okay, that it's not black and white. It's not black and yellow either, like they said. So I just wanted to kick it off like that before we get dirty in here. So
get grimy and dirty.
no.
It is a solid 2, closer to a 1 than a 2.
But was it number 2 though? Was it that bad? I don't know.
No.
All right.
I wouldn't give it. I wouldn't say it was number 2.
It was 2,222,222.
We get it. All right, so
Yeah.
these portals, these lovely, lovely portals, we found out that it is a one-way trip. In the reaction, I can't remember who it was that was like, what the hell? But then the rest of us were like, well, that's what they asked for. That was not out of nowhere. So
Yeah, no, I my biggest complaint was that, like, it's a one-way trip specifically to Vacuo, which I feel like there could have been a little more wiggle room for Ambrosius to really dick them over by making all the portals one way.
mhm.
But, like, I feel like that would have happened.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of 50-50 on it, like, where, like, how they did it and versus, oh, you walk into the portal into the, like, the nether realm and, like, you just can't go back out unless you're going through the Vacuo portal. Like, I feel like that should have been addressed to some degree, but I it's nitpick. That one's a nitpick on my part.
Well, the problem is if they did that, then all that would have changed is that the communications wouldn't have gone out. Like, people would have just believed Jean's message at face value and they would have come through the portal. Like, that's all that would have changed. You know, they needed people in the portals for Cinder's plan to work. So it doesn't even make sense that she wanted to cut off the communication. Because if she wasn't knocking people off the bridges, like, what was the point of even going in there?
Well, because like I think
To
I
find
think
Ruby,
they
right?
know that. Do they know that Ironwood wants to? I guess they know that Ironwood wants to blow everything up.
I mean, if Jin didn't tell them that, what what would she tell them?
So it's like maybe they're like, okay, so we can use the bomb to blow everyone up. So I think Cinder is a holding pattern type deal where she's like basically trying to force people to stay out of the portals and in Mantle or Atlas while the bomb goes off and Atlas crashes, so it kills the maximum number of people. I think she's going for mass casualty right now.
And her plan is to pop off within the damn tube tunnel thingy.
Yeah.
Well, yes, because like she's the roadblock. Meanwhile, you have Watts taking care of the nuke. And so like anyone that comes through the portal that's not one of her allies, she just starts tossing people off. She's now currently engaged in combat, so she's not really focusing on that part of the job. But like I think like the idea of creating fear and confusion, like she was throwing spikes through the portals and all that going on. I think she's getting what she's wanting out of this, and I think like the villain's plan right now is just super solid.
What's the end goal of the plan, though?
Fuck with Team Ruby. Literally, like at this point, it's just like it's pure pettiness, as far as I can tell, and I think that's just fine for Cinder.
I would, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out that the ultimate end goal is to get Kenny's power, but right now she's like, all right, what's the plan? All right, let's fuck with it. That's clear. That's what they want to do. So all right, we'll see where this goes. Cinder's having the time of her life right now, just fucking up everything within there. Watts is hacked. He's having a ball. He's hacking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's hacking the ship. He's taking control of the autopilot and all that crap. And Neo is just
Oh, hey.
being the nothing character that she is.
Surprise Peps.
Sorry, we just got a. Hey, Blade Charge. What is it? Surprise Peps. Surprise Peeps. Peps. Blade Charge. Thank you so much. He's my sugar puppy. Thank you. Go ahead. Thanks. I'm sorry, interrupt.
No, that was it.
Okay. So, what did you guys think about? I mean, I understand, obviously, yes, the whole why wait till now, but it happened now, and there was murder, lots and lots of murder. And how about that room, that quiet cut to just silence and fire? I mean, did you not enjoy that, or was it alright?
That was pretty great.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting them to show dead bodies.
Yeah, that was the moment where like the show I think finally figured out, oh yeah, we can be, horrific with our implications and such. Like that's a moment of like genuine writing finesse, which again, they have surprised me this volume with a level of finesse that I didn't expect from them. It's sort of like along those lines with the Rwby and Ironwood argument that in volume 7, where like, oh hey, there's some nuance here that can actually be explored. Now around that there's some stupidity. I mean, I guess I've commented on that enough, but like the premise of it alone and them attempting to do it shows a level of growth I had not expected, and I appreciate it.
Because when it was happening, I noticed, I'm like, wait a minute, because she was claiming like she was alone the whole time until now, and then you explained it well, that it wasn't just like, her using people as lackeys or under her. It was more like an equal thing, and thanks for explaining it, because yeah, I was like, what is she doing? Also a very big... Go ahead.
That's a good way to explain if you want to make the show work. Sure, but later on, she kind of contradicts that. I have a problem with a lot of what Cinder was saying this episode. It's actually rather bad and annoying. Very immature. Like this is really, all right. I get initially she's like, all right, Neo, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. Like she learns her lesson, right? The whole point is that she learned a lesson. She keeps saying it over and over and over. My God, it's nauseating.
Okay.
How many times we get it? The characters learned a lesson. They even had Penny say a weird line. She's like, "Why can't you learn your lesson?" And Cinder's like, okay. I did, Penny. I'm like, okay, we get it. She learned. God, how many times do I have the character say that? Shut up.
I mean, it's not a weird line for Penny to be like, why can't you learn your lesson? Have we literally creamed your fucking clock?
Come,
Weiss
dude, nobody actually She runs up to her and punches her and say, "Why?" Let me find exactly what she said. Actually,
Okay.
what word for word what she said.
Why
It was like the second. The line was to set up Cinder saying, "Oh, but I have learned my lesson, Penny." But like we get it. Stop having Cinder say she learned her lesson. Like we got it. I mean, come on. Like they're trying to drill it home. Like Cinder's learned. Look, guys, Cinder's developed. She's learned a lesson here. She's changed. How many times do I have the character say she's like they do that all the time? Not this is not something new.
I
Like,
honestly don't remember any lines like that at all. Where was that?
well,
Like,
I'm going to do a stream tomorrow. So
Okay.
I've been rewatching this freaking episode. So that's why that's why I've been
Okay.
freaking like
No
when Penny punches Cinder, right?
Uh-huh. And then she
She's
says,
like,
"Why
"Why
can't you
can't you-"
learn your lesson?" Okay, I don't remember that. But anyway, problem.
Give me like
sure. Okay.
she
Well,
said why didn't you just learn your lesson? That's what she said. Why didn't you just learn your lesson? And Cinder says, "But I have, Penny. I have learned." I'm like, God, okay, we get it.
So,
Jesus.
question, Vex, did she learn?
Did she learn a lesson?
Yeah, no. I'm playing with you. I'm trying to make you smile. Right now, But the big question also that I kept seeing, which I also had in the reaction, was silver eyes. Why didn't she use them? Of course, and don't say like, oh, because they wouldn't have been a story and blah 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 and blah blah. Just be.
According to Twitter,
Well, that's the meta reason, but
according to Twitter, she was going to use it because there's a half a frame where her eyes start to light up, like, oh look, she's going to use it, but Neo caught her off guard. That's what Twitter tells me.
I'm gonna have to catch that frame because I remember seeing that.
Exactly. So how am I supposed to catch that? Like you have to freeze the frame apparently to see a glimmer on her eyes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, stupid Vexed.
Maybe a glimmer that could probably be easily attributed to any of the number of light sources inside of the glowing portals.
Someone had the nerve to say, "Oh, maybe do some research next time before you complain." Like, are you kidding me? Like, you expect me to catch that little frame where her eyes light up for like half a second? Okay.
I mean, some people saying she was being overwhelmed by both Neo and Cinder, but
I'm gonna put it in the I have a screenshot here of both eyes, one before and one after, that people caught that they try to get me with. All right, copy, and I'm putting it right now.
It's a shame. All the fan fictions I've read where Rwby has been overwhelmed by Cinder and Neo.
Oh wow, that really is no.
Oh yeah, that can definitely not be attributed to the giant tornado of fire she's staring at.
Yeah.
One moment, you guys.
Like,
I'll show you in a
no
second.
way.
I'm like, okay.
There's
no way you can catch that.
You caught me, guys. Okay, do you remember in Volume 7, Episode 1, where if you pause the frame just right and you like turn up the brightness, you can see that Forrest is in the prison transport at the end of Episode 1?
You mean Hunter Green?
Hunter Green.
Yeah,
yes.
okay. Not Forrest. His name's Hunter Green.
The best character. But like you can see that he's there, and it's like that. They put him there, but then they like obscured him so much so that when people are like, well, why is this guy there? So that they can go, oh, he was there the whole time. See, the critics of the show don't pay attention to it. And it's just like, this is the same thing where it's just like, oh yeah, let's turn up the brightness one shade, even though she's staring at fire. And then we get to discredit all of the people that understand writing.
Not to mention, she's used her silver eyes. Like I ranted about. I was having a ball on Twitter for the last couple of days. I'm being honest with you. I'm being completely honest with you.
Sure.
But she's used silver eyes and much quicker before. So like these characters, their powers and their skill set and their capabilities are slow and limited based on the scene, like whatever the scene needs. So I'm like, okay, like she uses her silver eyes super quick sometimes, and then this time she's like, oh look, she's building it up. I'm like, whatever. Like, okay, fine.
I still don't know why she's using her silver eyes on Cinder, because like, does she know that? Do they know that Cinder has a black grim arm?
I thought they found that out with Maria that one time when they were talking.
I would hope
with
so
the butterflies.
at this point.
Yeah.
Because why?
Also, it's like Rwby knows that it doesn't kill her. Like, she used it on her in Volume 7. And
yeah, she knows it's effective, at least. At the very least, she knows it's effective.
But I can't remember a clear time where Rwby ever discovered that, like, oh, she is part grim. and
Do
that
you
would
remember
like
a clear time that anything in Ruby happens?
I definitely
I
give
mean-
you that. I don't
Remember when
think there was a
Pure
very clear time for that. No.
I mean, at this point, like when she's fighting them, you can clearly see the Grim arm the whole time. Like if they can't notice that something's off with her left arm, God help them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think out there? Like, I mean, yeah, that could be anything. That could absolutely be anything. You can't say she would be starting that. And where did you get, like, who was saying this, Vex? Was it somebody like, you know?
Ready Evis on Twitter.
No, the
Fine.
I just wasn't sure if they were trying to give us another semblance or something on Twitter, like.
no, it was a rando. Like
Okay. Yeah.
some random person said, "Hey, no, actually, here's a screenshot." Like, oh, okay, and I even told the person, "Okay, that's fine, sure, that works. If that's the case, then fine." I don't like it because it wasn't obvious and it was super quick and I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
So
someone just pointed out that her grim arm should have been disintegrated, and I'm like, oh, would it grow back like in Deadpool, where it's a tiny little nub and just like growing out, and you have a little hand at the end, like just like really tiny, and it keeps like growing over the length of the volume.
Well, it
Being
does
like,
grow back. When Raven cut it off, it grew back, right?
Yeah, but like I want to see tiny baby hand syndrome.
Yeah. But when she zapped Crunchy, like I guess cover like blew off with her silver eyes, but he was still under there. Was it growing back, or there was no way to find out? I think I just answered my own question when I was asking. Never mind.
Only if this is the bullshit they're going to tell you. Only if it's a pure Grim does it completely evaporate. If it's like a half human, half Grim, then it doesn't.
I mean,
Yes.
okay.
Sounds.
I mean, I don't like the explanation, but I'm just telling you that's what they're going to say. So
Sure.
there it is. There it is. That's what Reddit's going to tell you.
I mean, I think that's actually a fine rule, but like the inconsistencies in a lot of things so far have been just like, it visually there's a lot of confusing data we're getting. That's kind of like, what is going on there? Because like, what did happen to Cinder during the fall of Beacon? Like, why did she lose her eye? Was her eye part Grim by that point? I don't understand what the logic was behind it.
The Grim Beetle, Raymond, the Grim Beetle.
It was in her hand.
I know. I agree with you. I don't know why she lost her eye. I have no
Well,
idea.
the arm bone's connected to the eye bone, right? That's how the song goes.
I mean, precisely. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Why she lost her eye? They won't. They'll never explain it. So it just happened.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Gonna go
Dora,
into the tundra
there's
questions.
your homework.
What's
Draw a skeletal hand going from like a skeleton with just like a whole bone going from the hand all the way up to the eye.
The eye is the elbow. All right. We're going to go into these questions here in the tundra from Aiden Blitz. And guys, I know I read like a third grader. Go ahead, get it, let it out and make fun of me now. That way I can go cry later and when I come back to
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
would you like me to
If
read
you-
it, or
I mean, of course, yeah, but I don't want to inconvenience you or anything.
I'll do it.
Sure.
I can boil this down basically. He's because I did read this before because it's so long. Guys,
Yeah,
try not to make
yeah.
them super long.
Please.
Basically he's saying instead of killing Jacques, should Ironwood have basically freed him so they can have a 2-on-1 stash down against Watt? And he's insinuating I should put that in fixing Rwby by being like, please tell us, McNeil, wink wink.
I see.
Take a
Okay.
shot.
Yeah, shot.
This is Aiden Blitz's fault, for the record. You're taking a shot. But no, that's not a terrible idea, but I also kind of like that. I kind of like the idea of Ironwood just straight up murdering Jock. Like, that's one of the few actions Ironwood has taken where I'm like, he's not wrong, actually. This is actually pretty good. It's a pretty smart idea.
All right. And
Like,
the
I
reaction.
think he should have.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go.
Okay, I think he should have killed Jacques first, because when he kills, he kills the counselor first. But it's just like, we as the audience don't have any frame of reference for his relationship with that counselor, and we do have a frame of reference for his relationship with Jacques. So it's like,
It would actually have been, it would have been a much more gradual descent into insanity then. It wouldn't have been like, oh, I've killed a major politician. It's, no, I've killed Jacques Schnee, who has been a thorn in my side the entirety of the last volume. And now that I'm through with everyone's shit, I'm not taking any chances.
Right. Which was my question, Vex, actually. And I think in reaction you were like, why? Why is he doing that? And I kept like trying to say, because they've hated each other forever, so why not? Are you still not okay with that?
Hating someone is not a justification for murder.
Okay.
Well, after
Says
you
you.
started
The reason why I don't care that he's dead. I mean, yeah, why? I'm saying why is in like my whole point of saying that is that he shouldn't be the character that he is right now, but he is fine. If you're going to make him a crazy man, like we just murders people, he's been murdering people now, so why not murder Jock? I mean, if you can, like Fatman said, if you can murder the politician, then go ahead and kill Jock. He's been pissed you off, so you're going to kill the random guy who's just a politician who wants you to calm down, then kill him. Sure, it makes sense at that point. Yeah, he's a crazy guy. He can be a crazy guy and not kill Jock at this point. So yeah, kill him. Kill the rest of the bad characters while you're at it. I didn't care about Jock, so I'm happy he's gone. But yeah, if Ironwood's gonna be a crazy man, he's gonna die in the finale anyway. I mean, Witch is gonna kill him, so might as well take out Jock. I'm done with Jock anyway.
Yeah, I think not one tear was shed for that man, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't even know what the point of having Jacques this entire volume was. What did he was just there.
To mock him so we can see how crazy he was when he killed him. Right? I don't know.
But we already know how crazy he was
You
because he
already know how
murdered a
crazy he
random
was,
politician.
exactly.
Sure.
He was just there because they wanted him to be there because he got arrested. So all right, where's Jock? He's there. All right, and then they just killed him. That's how they kill him at that point. That's all.
Right. I have a question for chat, guys. The scene where I too thought was very convenient that his cage flickered and closed or opened. I mean, duh. Okay, like we in the reaction were saying, what, why? The only thing like I can think of is maybe it was Watts that had a hand in there to get him out, and also the weapons. 1 for yes, it's Watts, or 2 for no. This was just convenience.
I'll clarify with the convenience before you answer, guys. The running theory that I had and I'm sticking to is that because of Atlas's energy grid going down, I think that was the reason the energy flickered. I don't think that's a good reason, but I think it was that. So I'm 2 on this, where I think it was not Watts. I think it was just convenience based upon the energy fluctuations.
And
Agreed.
Fatman, do you still stick with what you had said?
What did I say?
You just well, actually no, you just giggled.
Yeah,
Okay, so what are your thoughts on that now?
I don't know. If they reveal that it was Watts that put the gun there, I'll be like, whatever, that's fine. But if it's just like Winter and Marrow both had strokes and just left his gun sitting there, then I'll be like, well, what are you gonna do? It's
It's really,
like more random off the wall, hard to believe things have just been accepted in Rwby up to this point. So it's like, what it's the same thing with Jacques being there. It's like a moment of object permanence. Like, oh, Jacques got arrested. Where would he be? Oh, in the prison. It's like, oh, Ironwood got dragged off to the prison. Where would his guns be? Oh, probably close by. I don't know. Like, there's no like weapons locker. No, it was an animation error. Remember when like Watts had his rings in that one scene? But this was an animation
That's
error.
gonna be your new answer lately. Before it was, there was no Emerald and Weiss and the
intro, yeah.
intro, but now it's gonna be like it's an animation error, Watts.
Ironwood became self-aware. He recognized the animation error and he capitalized on it.
All right.
I was scrolling through Twitter and I just saw an ad for Dead Space for $4.99, and I thought for a second I was like, Dead Space 4, and I got sad.
All right.
Sorry.
So another question about Ironwood, guys, is according I can't even say according because we really didn't have any confirmation whatsoever. And don't yell at me because Aura is all over the place. Oh, there you go. You're the only one that gets to do that because So Ironwood was supposed to not have a semblance, and I know that it's not in the show. I know that it's not super canon, but it was mentioned about Metal. Is because he has no semblance. Should Metal still be in there, or when he took his nap, did his aura, recharge?
His aura recharge for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
I think that's why he's crying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, was something about crying? What'd you say? Just to be sure.
Oh my
So
God.
if you look when he's like attacking Winter,
Yeah.
like he sheds a tear.
Yeah.
And I think that's because after they beat him up and they dragged him off to jail, he was no aura, and he was therefore no semblance.
Okay.
And he's like remembering, since his aura is still coming back, he still has like part of him that is like not, fascist dictator guy.
Okay.
I believe that. I don't think that Winter's gonna kill Ironwood. I think that in the last episode, I think that Winter's gonna break his aura again, and he's gonna be like, "Wait, you've stopped my semblance. Let me do the sacrifice." What the
Let
fuck
me
is
cry.
she even doing in there?
Let me cry.
Yeah, like
Oh.
yeah. Because she's in where the vault is, right? That's where they're gonna fight. What is she doing in there? Like, was that
Weiss?
just the?
Oh man, the funny part about this, I'm not sure if Fatman is serious or not. So that's what making me
you know
laugh.
what? Neither do I. Normally I'm like, ha ha ha. But I'm like,
I am taking what Fatman's saying with 100% seriousness, because I actually expect that. I think
So you
I
think?
I think Ironwood either dies and takes Winter with him, or Ironwood comes to his senses because Winter beats the shit out of him a second time.
So you honestly think the reason why he was crying because his semblance was.
okay.
No, I believe, I mean, hey, if the last episode goes by and they don't do that, I'll be like, cool. But if the last episode and that happens, I'll be like, called it.
I almost wish that happens, honestly. But let me tell you what's gonna happen. He will die without any mention of his damn semblance at all.
Honestly, I hope so. I hope so, because if they try to say it now, oof.
And I will start a movement on Twitter that hashtag Ironwood semblance was not canon. Pass it on.
I will join the movement
It's just to
because
see
I
how
don't
he
want
did-
it to be canon either.
Yeah, but that's freaking hilarious, man. Like,
But what I want and what I expect are two very different things.
oh man.
Yeah.
So, next question is
1 second.
by Yang.
Oh.
1 second.
Yeah, I just want to put it on the screen first, but yeah. Yeah, I'm anime only. A lot of people are. So yeah, that's not canon for me yet. So hopefully it never will be.
Yes.
Okay, next question is Yang. If Cinder gets both lamp and staff, do you think we'll see Jin and Ambrosius interact? Yeah, I would assume so. And he's asking also if Jin can come out of the lamp again. I don't like answering a second question, but I think she'll be
in the stream is
she'll
fine.
still be there, I think.
Not for the reaction. In the stream is fine.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I think she'll come out.
Yeah.
And
Going back, answer any questions.
Going back to the last thing Fatman said, I forgot to address. He's absolutely right. I'm gonna bring it up in my stream tomorrow. It makes absolutely no sense for him to go to the vault because he knows they have the damn relic. So why is he going to go retrieve the lamp? Get out of my way! I need to go to the vault, which does not have the staff. What are you doing? It's weird.
Yeah, like not only like him, but Winter. Like, what's she doing?
I don't know.
Was that just the only portal? Did Ambrosius not open a portal for Winter?
For Winter, I'll just go with it. She's looking for Weiss. That makes sense for me.
But they just wanted
where Weiss is going to be.
They wanted. Wouldn't it be cool if they fought here? Okay, they're gonna fight here. All right, no,
yeah,
have to make them be here. All right, now they're here.
Well, maybe it's just like the most convenient portal in the entire because it didn't really seem like it was localized to people necessarily so much as was locations. Like they had predestined locations, and so like that's where Winter was scheduled to leave from. It's like, yeah, we'll have a portal open here, and just to save time, you can just hop on down and get there.
I believe there was a plan, yeah.
I don't think that's saving time.
Well, what you think and what you see, or no? Okay. Back to Yang's question, Raymond. What?
I think we'll see them interact, and I think Jin can still come out of the lamp. I think she just doesn't answer any questions.
That would be really weird.
Just be like, she's sitting there like, no, well, my job's done. Just like doing her nails, and Ambrosius is like, come on, sister, please. We got another question. Wouldn't it be more fun to answer more questions? You can always spike in a little bit of a lie here and there to trip them up. And she'd be like, no, you've got another hour and 5 minutes before the last question recharges.
All right, so for you guys, why was Jin like upset or sad? Why do you think that was?
Because they need Jin to be a good guy so the audience can like her.
Yeah, they want to establish that she's a good. So she was upset that, oh my god, Cinder, this awful character, she's using me now. Oh my god, they're gonna do bad, and I'm all about doing good because I basically trying to say she had the moral compass, which is stupid. She's a genie. She shouldn't give a damn. Just answer the damn question and fuck off, please.
Okay. There's just no real answer to that, huh? Just that's what they want us to see as. Maybe like she may know. Forget it. Yeah. All right. Next.
Titania asks, would you prefer Yang to be saved by Raven or something completely new and out of nowhere happens for Yang to free herself from the fall? I would.
No.
No what?
Neither.
I would like the two options that I have going, and I mentioned this, is that Team Rwby goes in after Yang and somehow gets her out, or Raven saves her, and like there's a whole like there's a search for Raven to search for Yang, and
Bingo.
I hate Raven from the show, but I would appreciate the fact that they're staying consistent with her Semblances ability. I would appreciate that like level of thought, but I don't know where they're going to end up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Her
that was my
Semblances
thought.
better
That
than
was my thought. That was like my very
Roasted.
first thought. It's like she's connected to her still. Why not try and go get her? Like I don't know.
That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna rope in. Well, they're going to Vacuo, so they have to find a way to. They'll find a way to wrap Raven back to the story. Don't you worry. And then she'll go find Gang. Either that, or they'll all jump down there to go after a
Yeah.
bunch of losers.
So there was two places where comedy here happened, I guess. That first one was
On getting hit
cute.
with a
I
rock.
personally liked it when that guy was like didn't know what the portal was, so he threw a rock, and that as soon as like John comes out, like it hit him. That was hilarious to me. All right. The second thing is, why was Jean the only one that got like shot through the portal when everybody just like, ooh, I'm walking softly? Like why? Just
Because
comedy?
Yeah, just comedy. And we must dunk on John.
Yeah.
And it's like I really hate the weird dichotomy we see is like we both think John is like the savior to all mankind with how we treat him in the story, but like when it comes down to like any mundane action, he's a complete and utter dunce. It's like that dichotomy doesn't really add up very much.
Well, remember that happened with Weiss too, when she got sucked backwards through the shipping tubes in episode 3.
Yeah, but we didn't immediately have that followed by everyone else. We didn't see everyone else going through the tube. Like we can tell that she was unexpecting of it, and we know that it was Nora. It was more of a Nora joke than anything.
I didn't mind
where
that one.
Weiss was the butt of the joke with it, as
But
opposed to John.
she
who
literally
was
went
both-
ass first. Okay.
Yeah. Where John is literally the instigator of the joke and the butt of the joke, and no one else is victim to it.
Yeah, White's getting sucked up the tube I thought was well done for the most part. I didn't like the following scene or the follow up to that scene where she's pulling what's her name? Nora. She's pulling Nora's ear ridiculously. Like that was stupid.
Like a
I didn't
child,
like that.
sure.
That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny.
Yeah.
But the whole getting sucked up the tube, I thought that worked at the time.
Yeah. Ass first.
Yeah.
So
I thought that was better than this Jean scene.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how you guys felt about that rock. Like, I know Ninja liked it, but I don't remember.
The rock was fine.
It was
I'm okay with
whatever.
the rock.
I didn't really like the whole. I would have preferred them all standing out there and throw the rock, but I didn't like the whole. We're all hiding behind the staircase thing.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was
Yeah, the
weird
way he
and stupid.
dove in there was weird. So again, Eddie or not? Because that's the first thing you think of. At least Fatman, I know.
Oh, whenever it's just weird, whenever the
Like
comedy
awkward.
is so like awkward. Eddie was a writer. Again, this is everyone but Carrie.
Remember Carrie? Okay.
Where Carrie? Where are you? We need you.
Very loud. I'm just directing this shit. I don't got time for writing bullshit.
So Chris, Sky Zero asks, what are your thoughts on the bounce physics regarding the floor Yang fell on that subsequently catapulted her off into the
She
oblivion?
bounced like a basketball.
She
Pretty
did,
funny.
didn't she?
It's a trampoline floor.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I mean, like that scene could have had way more impact if they just animated a little bit more. Where like instead of it being like a solid bounce, it's more like she hits the ground and tumbles off. Like where it's like my version of this, and whenever I get to it in fixing Ruby, it's gonna be way more brutal. Where she tumbles along the line of it, she like limply tries to grab the ledge and just slips right off. She falls, and then on her way down, she hits one of the bridges and then rolls off that. Where it's like it feels like she's getting hit again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
And then like she's just completely out of it by the end of it.
Yeah. I honestly thought, I'm like, wait a minute, is this like a gravity thing? Like where they're like, you know, percentage of them is like lighter because it's like something or whatever. That's the first thing I thought. Obviously it's not, but it looked like it was almost like it looked like she was light. There was no weight to her. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
I don't know either.
I would agree. I agree that the physics were too bouncy for her.
Okay, so what am I doing? I am going back
Guardrails.
into the question of after Chris's.
Go up to Looney
So,
Goon.
Looney Goon, yes.
Looney Goon asks, do you think Nora being able to fly with her hammer is a reference to Thor, or just the writers taking logical conclusions when she sort of did that in Volume 4?
It's Thor.
I think it's a Thor reference.
Could be. I don't. I like if they said it wasn't, I wouldn't be like, oh you. But I think it's a reference to Thor.
Oh, you
Oh,
shot your finger at her.
Thursday.
How do you think the Schnees will react to learning Jock's death? I feel like they'll be like, oh.
Apparently, they won't give a shit.
Yeah, they would
because,
say who. Yeah.
Winter made it clear that the only reason she's saving him because Weiss wanted to. So like, dude, I'm not going to save you. That's Weiss. So
Will
Winter won't give a shit.
Whitley show any emotion?
going to kill you, but I don't have to save you. Sorry.
Will Whitley have any emotion?
Speaking of Whitley,
Well, no. Yeah. Will he? You think?
is Weiss at all? Thank you for reminding me. That's something to bring up in my stream tomorrow.
Write it down.
Is
write it
Weiss
down.
at all-
But first answer my question. Will he or won't he?
Will Whitley care?
Yeah.
That, probably.
Okay. So
Yeah, I
Weiss?
guess. There's gonna be a hug between Whitley and what's her name?
Whitley, Winter, and Weiss. All three of them are going to hug. It's going to be a three-way hug. Actually,
Oh,
with
no,
the
I was
mother,
thinking of the
four-way.
mom. Yeah.
There's going to be a whole family hug, and they're going to be like, we're so much better without our parental,
Right. I was gonna say a four-way high five, like like the end of a
High five.
montage, like hiya.
Yeah. No, she's gonna have this like all emotional, and she's gonna like hug Whitley, and she's gonna be like, "It's okay, sweet." And then Winter's gonna show up, and she's like, "Shh." And then she like walks away all somberly, like. And then as soon as the door closes, she like does like a jump high five with Winter.
Okay. Vex, you were saying Weiss, or you're just gonna write that?
Weiss not at all concerned about where her mom and her brother's location is at this time, because I know if I had loving family members that I cared about, I would want to make sure they're getting through that damn portal. I wouldn't know where they are at all times. But Weiss,
I think they're in on the plan. So
they'll
she's
figure it
sort of
out.
like she's like, okay, here's the plan. Whitley and Mom, I trust you guys to do this. I have to go save the world. And so she's not thinking about them in
she's
the
a
foreground.
cold-blooded motherfucker.
No, she's got. Look, if I were in the military and I was tasked with evacuating people from a city that was going to be nuked, and like my family were in that city, but like I had already talked to them before the evacuation even began, gave them all the information they needed, and told guys head out this way, I would then go resume my military duty and get people out of the city as per my orders. Like that's the logic I'm thinking Weiss is thinking along the lines. It's not that she's not concerned about them, it's that she has a job to do, and she knows that with them being in the know, they'll get themselves to safety just fine.
Even though these freaking characters know that there's a woman named Salem who pulling herself together, they know that the Cinder and Nora are on the loose, and they know for a fact. But like, all right, they'll figure it out. And they know for a fact that there was a Grim that was in their
There's
house.
a lot going on, Vex. There happens to be a lot of shit going down. It's not like she can focus on everything at once.
All I'm saying is this. I'm not saying her to focus on everything. That's her damn family members. She can figure out where the hell they're at and if they got through the damn portal. That's all I'm saying. It's not a big deal. I mean, she strolled through the portal, all willy-nilly, all happy. So maybe in her mind, oh yeah, my family's going through here too. But if they were me, I'd be wanting to know where the hell my family members are.
Wait, I thought he let out his prison. No, he just fucking vaporized the dude.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you get?
Jogging
Where'd you get
green
that?
smudge stain on the ground.
Yeah.
And do we know if Pietro and Miria know about the
They're
plan?
still circling the globe.
They're in IHOP.
Yeah, there's an IHOP on Amity Coliseum, and like they actually like it's still stabbed. Like they actually had that stabbed and ready for
Okay.
the launch. So they're just like chilling out there with the staff workers. Like,
All right.
so
Question.
I don't know how long
They
this
walk
orbit takes.
in, and the Jen
Uh,
is like, I quit.
he just jumps out the side of the. Finishing up Looney Goon's question. What fights are you most excited for next episode between Cinder versus Penny, Neo versus Rwby, Crow versus Harriet, Ironwood versus Splinter? Basically, he's asking what fights are you excited for next episode, and honestly, I have a lot of interest in all of them for radically different reasons. Most of them involving like I just want to know who dies.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm not interested in the fight. I'm just interested in the conclusion, like the results.
Okay.
Like if you told me the result right now, I'm happy. Good, cool. Like, I don't care to see how it happens. I don't care to see whose semblance breaks first and what other ass pull they pull with the semblances. Like,
unless it's something horrifically brutal, in which case I want to see that. Like I want to see Harriet die horribly.
hopefully they both go out. I mean, you have a situation where Yang gets hit once and her aura completely breaks. So I'm not really interested in how the aura breaks. Just show me what happens at the end of it.
Harriet gets sucked through a jet turbine.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a way to go. That's how I want her to go. I think that'd be great.
She'll probably survive that.
So speaking of fights, are you guys okay with the way Penny manifested her swords now? Or should should those have been gone?
It's like they didn't want to have to come up with a new way for her to fight. It's like whatever.
Yeah, I mean I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it makes her an interesting counter to Cinder also, but it does now raise questions about how Cinder has operated, because we've never gotten an explanation in the show. We've gotten meta explanations and the like about like, oh, she uses glass dust or something to make her weapons, and it's like, I think, is that her semblance? Is that just aura combined with dust? Like, we've never gotten a clear answer on that. So now it's like, I guess because Penny can do it, it raises questions. I'm okay to see it, but it raises questions about Cinder that we've had for a long time that we weren't really thinking about for a long while.
I for one was thrilled because I tweeted out that there's no ramifications to Penny becoming having a human body. Everything's going up from her for her right now. There's no ramifications at all.
But she can't explain it's Rwby semblance again, Rex.
Yeah, she can't do that anymore. So people started tweeting at me. What are you talking about? She doesn't have her swords. I'm like, oh my god, just wait. The show will not let me down. And sure enough, she's punching Cinder half across the damn place. She got her sword. She's all acrobatic in the air. I'm like, guys, you guys have to listen to me, okay? There was no. I mean, so many people are telling me that she can't fight now. She's a liability in fights. They have to protect her. She can't use her power. The girl is already making swords with the maiden power. She's in the air fighting Cinder.
I was one of those people.
I would have liked a scene. I would have liked a scene where like they actually have a moment of concern. It's like, well, now that you have a human body, that makes you kind of vulnerable. Like, can you defend yourself? Can you fight Penny? Like, you don't have your swords. And she's like, well, let me try something. And like she starts experimenting, and she's like, well, if I can make this, I can do this. And like it's like, don't worry, I'll be combat ready. And like you can use her catchphrase for Christ's sake. Like, you could have brought back her catchphrase.
That was kind of cute. That was.
Yeah, that actually would have worked. That's actually not bad at all. But they didn't do that. So if something happened to Penny next chapter, it'd be because her teammates didn't help her out and they let her down. That's the issue, not because she's a human now. The girl is over there scrapping with Cinder, even so. Let's be real. With no shoes.
Okay. Guys, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the 163 people that are watching right now. This is the most, what is that, concurrent view? Like, thanks for being here. Guys, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go on to national strategy now. Let's see.
Wait. Before you go on to the next question, Fatman, what do you mean when you said you're one of those people? Who did what? Who said what?
I was one of those people that was saying, why would they make Penny a human if they weren't going to kill her? You know,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
She should be weaker and she should be ineffective, but no, they had to like go out of their way to
well, remember, they turned her
alive.
human to prevent her from dying in the first place. Like that was their trick. Is like, well, in order to prevent her from dying, we make her human, and that'll be like a nice little turnaround for her character. I guarantee you that is the beginning and end of their thought on that situation.
Yeah, the whole hacking, like I said before, like people were telling me about that. The whole point of the hacking was to make her human. That's it. There was no plan of using. I thought, oh, she's hacked. Now when she's hacked, she's gonna kill someone, or she's gonna do something bad, or something like. Please, it was all nonsense. Like the show never let you down. They made her, they got her hacked, so they gave her a reason to become a human. Now she's still a badass. So like, it's just same old.
I try to have faith. All right, guys, I
Try harder, damn it.
I try really hard. I try harder than the writers do.
Tried hard and got so far. In the end, doesn't even matter.
National strategy
Copyright.
asks, do you
It'd be
think
fun if it was
Rwby
copyright.
and or Blake will blame themselves for what happened to Yang? Yes. If not, what do you
No.
think happens with someone when they fall into the abyss? They don't go anywhere that's dead. And how do you think the Kingdom of Vacuo will handle refugees that suddenly appeared from Atlas? Terribly. Now you may please answer those questions. I wanted that comedic delivery.
What if Yang ends up where Ozma was, and she's gonna talk to the gods, and then she's gonna get sent back as a reincarnating spirit?
God,
She goes into she goes into Ilya. All problem solved.
what?
Oh
A
my
shit
God.
show. What a shit show. I actually prefer that. Yeah, do that. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Hell
Yeah, right.
And the thing is, because Ilya is an I, you can still get the E sound out of it.
Oh my lord.
Rwby.
Rwby.
Yeah, Rwby. Yeah.
Rwby.
Rwby.
Rwby steak. Mm.
Oh my god. Okay. Mike, my answer to that is yes, of course. You're gonna do that. Not death. I said something to this effect, but it's really like reaching. Since this is a fairy tale, like I guess oriented anime, they might do something with Alice in Wonderland. Maybe it's another world where they're gonna find like a grim bunny with a claw, with a watch, and chase that or something. I'm not sure. Like that's my, long shot.
I'd be down for that. I mean, like, I'm all for like bring in the weird abstract shit, guys. Come on, I'm all down for that. When me and Dashie been watching Wonder Egg Priority, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
plenty of that crap.
Do you want something weird? Go watch that. Oh lord.
That's
Oh
the
lord.
worst place to take inspiration from.
If they did it like that, where it was just weird and abstract and like, unfathomable, I would be like, all right,
Yeah.
good.
I love you guys, but you are smoking. If you think they're gonna blame Rwby and Blake for what happened to, if they're gonna blame themselves for what happened to Yang, you saw Blake's reaction. She's already crying, going after Neo. They're gonna blame Neo because Neo hit her, and that's why she fell off.
No, I should clarify. They're going to blame themselves. They're going to have a conversation about it where they absolve themselves of any blame for the situation.
I can see
and
that.
then they're going to move on.
Okay, I can see that. But
Look,
I think
at
they're gonna
least-
go straight to Neo and Cinder.
At least one of them is gonna say, "I shoulda," and then enter whatever here.
Yeah.
I should have been blah blah blah. I should have done blah blah blah. It's gotta
It
happen.
should have been me.
Yeah, I can see that. It should have been me. I wish it was me. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that happening very easily.
Fatman, what do you hope will be down there?
What do I hope will be down there? Jeez.
Scary. Just scary. He's like sitting in a black void. He's playing like Nintendo, like an NES on like an old like
A new
CRT.
show.
And
Yeah.
he's just sitting there like,
Will
like,
she pass
oh,
Loki on the way? Like 30 minutes? Yep. All right. And then they just keep going.
That'd be
you want a second player, Yang? Just like okay.
Remember, she's not the only person that fell down there. Like a whole bunch of people fell down
Right.
there. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe they enter a new show. Go ahead.
Yeah, if they do the weird, like Alice in Wonderland, like you guys were talking about, like I can't come up with a better idea than that off the top of my head.
It never, because what is Yang based on? Is she based on Alice from Alice in
No,
Wonderland?
she's a Goldilocks.
Goldilocks and the three bears.
Do we have an Alice in Wonderland?
That's the thing. That's why I said it. I don't think there's anything Alice in Wonderlandy.
We apparently have a Dorothy from.
Oh yeah, they do have a Dorothy. They have a Dorothy.
What from what? Alice in Wonderland?
The books. The books.
Dorothy from Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
Oh.
No, from Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, what? Why are you even bringing that up?
Yeah,
we're talking about Alice in Wonderland.
Is it not a similar role in the story?
It's just isekai, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's not Alice in Wonderland though. Like, I don't know. Like, how come you're like, but it's Konosuba though? Like, how come like Aqua's not there? No, I meant specifically Alice in Wonderland. But anyway.
Man, if Aqua were here, it'd be a better show. Anyway,
Vexed,
Ravenwood.
You were trying to squeeze something in. You good?
I'm good.
All right.
Okay. Ravenwood asks, do you think Black Sun is looking popular right now, or is this question too soon? I'm telling you, I'm telling you, Blake and Ilya. That's the one that I'm pulling for.
Be careful where you say that at.
I expect it to be terrible. That's why I want to laugh at it.
Some people say that around these parts they don't make it home. So
I was gonna say like we need to move from one abusive lesbian relationship to another abusive lesbian relationship. That's how that works.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sounds good. Okay.
That's my joke. You guys can answer as you so wish. I think my food is here. I'll be right back.
Oh, not I. Damn it. So I'm gonna go over here and ask this question here from Master Decoy. Has anybody talked about the possible contradiction in Jinn's actions between answering Ospen and Cinder? What possible contradictions?
I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry.
Has anybody talked about the possible contradictions in Jinn's actions between answering Ospen and Cinder?
No. They asked a question and she answered it.
Yeah, I don't know what contradictions you mean.
Am I missing
Master Decoy.
something?
She was all subterfuge and sneaky bitch when she was like, "Oh, you can't kill Salem," blah blah blah. Yeah, like that's some like.
Oh, sure.
Is that?
And then,
I don't know if that's what they meant, but
I don't.
When Cinder asked, she's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll tell you what their plan was. It's because their plan had already, I don't know, like their plan had already been formed."
Yeah, there's no contradiction there.
Yeah, it's not a contradiction. It's the writers pulling a cheeky one. They're like, "Oh, hey guys, we can't just say the thing, or else the show would be over. So we got to be like, oh, it's not what you ask, it's how you ask it."
Yeah,
which shouldn't really be a problem.
Okay.
How do I destroy Salem, and what's their plan? There's a difference. It's not the same.
to clarify that question, Master Decoy says, we believe she misled Osmond by answering sneakily, but used no manipulation on Cinder's question. Exactly, Fatman gets it. Because when we first met Jin, and this is just me right now, I don't know if this went around or anything, but I've been saying since we saw Ambro that their personalities have a lot to do with what they do or what they choose to do, or because they're either bored or what have you. One of the first things she says to Osmond is like, "It's good to see you again, old man." Like, she's somewhat fond of him, maybe like, "Hey, it's that guy again," hey, whatever. I think that personality still kicks in there, That's my answer anyway, if that makes sense.
Yeah, she likes Osmond.
I mean, sure.
I mean, yeah, she says good to see you, so you don't say it's good to see someone you don't like, so
I mean, you don't call people, Oba-chan if you don't like them. Old man or whatever. Anyway, all right, not I. I'm going to read this question because you're not I. So Yang do a bouncy and Rwby forgot that she could fly with quickness. But yes, she did.
Yeah. She totally forgot.
Now that we forced that drama to happen, do you think RT is going to acknowledge exactly how traumatic this should be for Blake? Or will they just leave it at I'm sad because Yang go?
I think they're gonna have a whole subplot where Blake is all super sad or super depressed or super crazy because of what happened to Yang. Depending on how fast Yang comes back, I mean, for all we know, she'll be back 2 chapters into the next volume. But it's very
Or
possible they
jump in after her.
yeah, that could be the thing. Yeah, so who knows? It just depends on what happens.
Is that
They
going to
could
be
take-
the end of the episode? Like, are they going to like beat up Cinder or whatever, and then as the credits are starting to roll, they're going to have like all of Team Ruby jump in?
Yeah, I can absolutely see all they evacuate people. Then they're like, "Are you guys coming?" No, we have to go. We have to do this. And all the whole hands and all 3 of them jump down.
I can see that happening.
Scene.
Fatman Falling, you are very famous for really, really loving Blake, right? So
Yes.
to
She's my
make her
favorite
even more loved by you, I believe, as your friend and as what I know of you, that the only way that you will ever love Blake is now that her girlfriend is gone. She goes on a killing spree, no matter who's in front of her. Just shoots everything in sight, and you're like, yeah, foam finger with a cat. Yeah, that's you. If
I'm back, by the
wrong,
way.
I'm wrong.
Really?
But yeah.
You think that would make me like Blake
No,
even?
no, that was a joke, a joke. But at least
She was
I'd see you
she was
giggle a
joking.
little. In a good way,
She was joking.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
So no, okay.
Uh,
Obviously,
I-
obvious
like
answer.
my way to make Blake, or like Blake's whole situation in Ruby more likable, would not be to do what they're doing with her. My way to like save the whole Bumblebee thing would be for them to acknowledge that their relationship is weird in canon.
Okay.
For them to actually start to have moments of a relationship and realize that like, oh yeah, this is weird. Like, we don't actually have anything in common. We just kind of like fell into it, and we didn't really interact much, and it was just kind of like like it was like something that they both fell into, and neither of them like were really thought it through.
So you're looking
And
for
then
them
to
to
have them be
acknowledge
like,
that, but how? Like
yeah.
the conversation, even, or what?
yeah, like with the
Alright.
conversation, like they kind of started doing that in or they didn't really start doing that in volume 7. No, they kind of did, because in episode 6 they had the whole like, oh, we're going to a dance club thing, and then in episode 7 or maybe 8 they had the whole like, oh, we're gonna do the Robin thing, and they were like, do you think we're doing the right thing? And they had that like kind of conversation.
Okay.
And it's just like, if they had like continued on with that, but now it's just like, no, we should just like kill one of them and have that be the new drama. And it's just like, that's the opposite of what I wanted. I would have much rather had them continue the whole like should we actually be having a relationship? Like, do we actually have anything in common? Like, what are we getting out of like being together? They could have had like conversations like that, acknowledging that their relationship kind of popped up out of like writer shenanigans, for lack of a better word. Like, oh, we're just here, and we are proximity based relationship. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Like,
Thinking,
they never had
Mhm.
get-togethers, seems.
Thinking, trying to, I don't know, give a point from the other side. It's not my point. It's just what I hear all the time. Somebody would probably say to you like, but they've gone through like a lot together with Adam. Please don't giggle. Just just like serious, okay? That they, I don't know. They're at least glad that each other is alive or something. Like, is it fair to say that you'll just giggle?
Well, part of what I would want to see happen in that particular situation where they acknowledge that, oh, they've been through a lot with Adam, is that Yang is a huntress, and she would have she would have dived in to save anybody. She would have dived in to save a rando. That's her job. She saves people. She's a huntress. And the fact that it was Blake shouldn't have been like different. It should have come to like Yang's mind that it's like, Well, would things have been different if it wasn't Blake, or if Blake had done something differently? Like if Adam was trying to kill, like, Velvet, or like Noodle Guy, would
Huh?
Yang have not
Oh,
lost her
Well,
arm?
you mean shopkeep? Okay.
Yeah, shopkeep. Yeah. Would Yang have not lost her arm? Would she have let
Okay.
I'm trying to think of another character, but they're all just
Well,
shopkeep.
I mean,
Like,
I mean, you're not wrong.
would she have just let Carden die if Carden was about to be gutted by Adam before she stepped in? Like, no, she's a huntress. She's gonna do the thing.
And I would
And
say to you that no, of course you're not going to let her die, but I don't think there would be that rage behind her with all that fire. And it's like, because that's like her partner, like not necessarily like lover partner, but like she spent, most time with her, I suppose.
The argument I would make, if this were better set up in the show, mind you, now Volume 3 has like, it doesn't really set up the relationship very well at all. But the idea would be, I think the reverse scenario, if it were anyone else, Yang would have kept her arm because she would have kept her head.
but
Okay.
I don't
Like-
think it would have been like as rage
Yeah.
fueled as it
That's where I
was.
was
even if it was Rwby.
If it was Rwby, I think that she would have lost her arm in that circumstance too.
Mhm.
If it's a loved one,
I would
it gets
sincerely hope so.
personal. She loses her head, and she loses to Adam because she's not thinking it through.
Mhm.
I think if it were anyone else, she would have had a much more tactical mindset about it.
Even Weiss.
Even Weiss,
Mhm.
even Weiss. I think
Jesus
though that she's a
Christ.
friend, it's not as intense.
No, she don't love her. Yeah. I get your point. The bigger issue I have with the whole point of they've been through a lot. I don't give a shit. They've all been through a lot. Show me their relationship. Don't tell me, oh, they've been through a lot with Adam. Oh, they've been through a lot with this big bad. I don't care. I want to see them in an actual relationship. Show the relationship. Show the moments.
Mhm.
Don't skip over shit like they did in Volume 6, where Yang's like all mad at her for Blake treating her like a victim. Then like next time we see them together, she's all googly eye looking at her. Like, no, show the actual growth, the actual development of the relationship. Don't skip over stuff. They don't know how to develop relationships. They just say, oh, well, they killed Adam together, so that they're together. That's they've been through a lot. That's not enough. I mean, a lot of the characters have been through a lot. Ruby's been through a lot with Penny. Ruby's been a lot with Weiss. They all been through a lot. They've all struggled. They all fight together. That's great. They're not showing
I mean,
the
they
relationship.
get chipped
actual
too, but
relationship.
that's another. No.
They're not showing the relationship. That's the issue. Show the growth of the relationship. Show the progression of the relationship. Don't
Okay.
just skip over it. Don't just show them.
Really
staring
quick, how
into the
can they show
camera.
it? Really quick. How can they show it quickly? Like,
Like just showing the moments together.
like
in
what? Like
conversations,
what type of moment?
discussing the
Like,
relationship.
discussing something in the cafe, or what? Like,
I think he's scratching at the same. They've never once discussed their relationship, and this was a big issue with like the Bumblebee moment that happened in the few episodes back. They've never once really sat down and discussed what they are to each other, or anything of that ilk. There's never been any discussion about like what kind of relationship they shared. It's always been just sort of implicit that they were together, and it's like, typically with that implicit nature, it's like they have to have had some kind of conversation where like where's like the deep night moments where like one of them can't sleep and they're like going to the other to be like,
okay.
I can't sleep, I'm thinking about things, and like the quiet talking moments
Yeah,
between them
that's
where they
what I mean.
share these
That's what
deep
I mean.
interpersonal thoughts.
An
We don't
example like
have
that.
anything like that to grasp on, and I don't know why people are like, they're extrapolating these things from the aether, from like the 0.1111% of reality that has supported it. It's really crazy.
I mean, like they had an opportunity that they wasted, almost like a really big moment for like people, to establish, oh, these two people are in a relationship, they can trust each other, or not they're in a relationship, but like they can trust each other, and that laying the catalyst for them being in a relationship is like sharing a secret. But they didn't use that moment to do that, because Blake had the whole like, oh, maybe we're just tired of being pushed around thing, and that was an angry speech with Weiss in Volume 1, and that wasn't a like, oh, this is like weighing on me, and I need to like, I need to go to someone who I can trust and share my secret. Like, I'm thinking of I don't know, a lot of stuff, like Tangled, the movie from 2011, when Eugene and Rapunzel are in the cave underwater, and it's like filling up, and then he's, that's the moment that he tells her what his name is, and then that's the moment that she tells him that her hair is magical, and it's just like, oh, we are actually going through a lot, and we can trust each other, so we're gonna like take this moment to be like, yeah, acknowledge that aspect of what they're going through. Like, I mean, that's Disney polish, like super efficient writing 101, but like Yang and Blake never really had something like that. Like,
okay.
Are you thinking about like episode 8 with the bird fight, when they like Yang throws her thing, or Blake throws the thing, and then Yang catches it, and then they make the slingshot for Rwby? It's like, is that like their show don't tell of like, oh hey, we can trust each other and work together? But it's like, it's automatic because it's like all 4 of them trusting each other and working together. It's not really a personal moment. It's like a teamwork moment.
Okay.
Their moments aren't personal.
Like even the lessons that they're learning about each other, they're learning about it off screen. Like for example, I keep going back to volume 6, where Blake's like, when Yang gets mad at Blake, you're treating her like a victim. Okay, so Blake needs to learn that lesson. Okay, but the next time we see them, she's like, we're protecting each other. Okay, so she learned the lesson. When? Off screen at some point. So what are you doing? Like, what's the point of this? Like, if you're not going to show the moment that they're trusting each other, that they're learning about each other, that they're growing together, then how am I supposed to give a shit about this relationship at all?
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Elvin Sage, what is your opinion on Rooster Teeth using different shaders on the environments and characters? Do you think the style works, or does it end looking kind of janky?
Well, Ninja's not here, so we don't.
Yeah,
have
he's that guy.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's much we can really say about that.
Floof, pinch it in the comments. Please tell us. What do you think?
Yeah.
Floof's gonna say it's shit. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I should have
Like,
probably predicted that.
Yeah, going through like like just like looking at it, and like to my eyes, to my untrained eyes, it looks that bad. I mean, it definitely looks better than like the old days of like Poser.
Right.
Even though the colors were better back in the Poser days. If they color corrected Rwby, it would be fine visually by me. I mean, not like animation wise, but like every other aspect of visuals is what I'm saying.
Okay. Can you repeat the question? It's Elvin Sage's question on the screen there. Actually, no, not wrong screen. While you're reading that, Floof, I will be reading, is it Mika Wind? I'm curious, given the focus shot on Blake, as she looks perplexed about about who to help, with Rwby fighting Neo and Weiss and Penny fighting Cinder, do you think her semblance is going to evolve into making a clone that can fight independently of her to help the fight with Neo and Cinder at the same time? No.
I'm laughing because I literally just before this stream I saw that moment, the moment with Blake is like looking around.
Okay.
That's why I'm laughing, because that's the last thing I saw before I started the stream.
Oh, is she gonna like is her grief gonna level her up? Super
Basically,
style?
I could see that. I could totally.
Yeah.
She gets shadow clone jutsu.
If they do, I'll be like, whatever.
She already did it early in Volume 4 anyway, the Shadow Clone Jutsu, so this is be like an expansion of that. But yeah, she's totally looking around like, what do I do? And now that you think about it, it does kind of look like they're setting it up for something. Like, she's going to do something now. I don't know what, though.
I mean,
But,
I would. Go ahead.
Evolve Semblance is a good call. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would. The first thing that I said obviously was no. I don't think so. But then thinking about it, I'm like, why does only Ren get it then? Like, and I guess Rwby now. Molecular components. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just don't think it'll be in time. Is what I guess I meant.
Now that I think about it, I'm kind of scared because they look like almost like the writers are realizing Blake is pretty limited right now. Weiss is flopping around in the air. Penny's all up in the air. Rwby can do whatever the hell she wants when she breaks herself down to her molecular component, thus negating her mass. So Blake has to like get something now because she's kind of like a little too grounded. So I think I'm actually scared to know what they're gonna do now with Blake, semblance wise.
Okay, my idea. She's going to use her shadow clones to use their ribbons on herself so she can actually just keep flinging herself through the air.
She already kind of does that.
But
not
like
on
actually
shadow-
maintain flight.
maintain flight.
But not like Naruto.
She makes a bunch of shadow clones, and then they all just like link arms, and then they turn into like a bird.
What?
Like you know like they make a human pyramid, but instead of a pyramid, it's like a bird shape, and they all just like fly through the air.
Why did I see a
Okay.
bunch of Piras?
Well, I don't know.
A human pyramid, like a bunch of Piras in a
Oh, a
triangle.
pyramid.
In a
Okay,
triangle.
okay,
All right, that
alright,
was
I get you.
lame.
That's
On
cool.
both of our
Clever.
behalves.
That was
Elven-
no.
Elven
It's my fault for
Sage
not understanding.
asks the second question.
All right.
What are your opinions on the fact that Yang's death got a bigger reaction from somebody who she knew for a year and 6 to 8 months than it did from her sister who knew her for? I don't know if like this. Someone pointed out. I don't know if Rwby knows that Yang is really gone because like Ruby's been focusing on the fight and she's not gone over to the edge of the platform.
Mhm.
Like she must assume that she fell down, but she's currently in the middle of a fight with Neo. So it's like, does Rwby have time to really react? Now, barring that one weird, like the reaction shot they did actually give us, which was, I hate those. I really hate those.
Mm-hmm.
If Rwby wants time to get away, when she wants to get away from Neo, all she had to do is break herself down to her. Thus negating her
Do a
mass.
shot. Do a shot.
And fly over there, and she was going over her sister. This is the problem.
We found Vex's shot, everybody.
This is the problem.
Molecular
with Rwby's-
components.
This is the problem with her semblance. There's no excuse for her not to break herself down to her molecular components, thus negating her mass. Because you have no mass, then you don't have to worry about getting hit. So go fly over there and figure out what's going on with your sister. But that's the problem with her semblance. It's too OP when you break it down like the way Penny did. But they have to make it seem like, oh, she's too busy fighting Neo, so she can't break herself down to her molecular components, thus negating her mass. So whatever, but we'll see.
I love how you have to say the whole sentence. You're the best.
I have to say it all. I
I
refuse
know,
to
I
not say
love
it
it
all.
so
I
much.
have to say the whole thing. I have to. I cannot say.
That was my first answer too. It's like she's kind of busy, is what I thought. Like she really was. She was. Neo was all over the place, and people are falling off. So, I
She
don't-
needed to be busy, so therefore she was, but for the script wise. But interesting that Neo's not landing strikes on her, which is kind of funny because Neo can piece up anyone, but apparently she can't hit Rwby all of a sudden because she's. I mean, it's whatever. It's whatever. That's one of the things they do with animation. Like, there's no power scaling. You know, Rwby should be getting her ass kicked right now. You know, but she can't because for the sake of the scene, she needs to be dodging Neo. So whatever.
All right. Speaking of Neo, I have another chat question, guys. Another yes
Oh,
or no.
God.
Another I agree or disagree. Okay. I saw Neo hella tiny in this episode. Did they make her smaller, or was it me? Did they make her smaller? One yes, two no. Hey, that was scary. Who is this?
Hey, just want to stop by real quick
Sir
and
Knight-
say I miss you a lot.
Aw. Oh man. Then I'm sorry that, like, I know you told me that you were working and stuff, but like, Austin, get in here one day. Come on in. All right. So yeah, did she get smaller or not? One yes, two no. Did like even her hand when she was holding onto the relic, it was like a little kid. Like they finally, I think, what is she supposed to be, like 4'9" or something super tiny, but she just never seemed that way. Okay, I guess that
She's
was-
actually like 6'10", but she's making illusions to make herself smaller, and that's why she's not consistently the same
I can
height.
totally see that. I'm looking at it now. She looks the same old small. I don't
Oh
see
my
her
God.
any.
She was tiny. She was a little kid. A deadly little kid, but a little kid.
I mean, it's when she's holding the relic. Let me actually look.
Her hand is tiny. It's actually on the screen on the.
You're saying it's an animation error?
I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're like trying to go back or not because, like, I know it's hard to see, but on the screen right now, the two hands are right in the middle, like the free space, if you will. The hand is tiny, and then also, standing outside of the murder room, she was tiny.
But she was also farther back than Cinder was.
All right. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind if you guys watch it again. Be like, shit, I should have answered. But anyway.
Well, I started looking back at the scenes trying to find Neo, and I stumbled upon a new scene, another scene of Weiss and Blake. Weiss is not at all shocked or saddened by Yang plummeting to her possible death. She's more concerned with Blake's reaction. Like, Blake, calm down. Almost looking on her face like, it's kind of interesting now that I look at it.
And why did she take out her bee?
Because I don't know, she wants to be the main character. she's one step closer.
All right. Oh, so I see how you are, chat. I see how you are. All right, here we go. Gotta go to the next one.
I don't think they know what they want to do with Weiss in some of these scenes. She's just kind of like there. She's blocking some of Cinder stuff, but she kind of like clearly like not a focus for this part. So she's kind of like in the background, not really being super active that she should in this situation. I think it's interesting. Like they don't know what to do with Weiss right now. But I mean, as I'm looking through the scenes.
Yeah, and that's so weird to me because it's like Eddie is on record saying that Weiss is his favorite character, but he doesn't write her. It's like, come on, guys. Like, you write the characters you like. Like, why do you like them? Make them do stuff that's worthy of being liked by other people, you know? So it's like, yeah, and then it's just nothing.
All right, Floof says, how do you feel about the possibility of Floof's mom's husband, Bill, being dead? This is very important. Who is this?
It's the background fox.
Yeah, the background foxes.
Floof has been obsessed with them, and he's very sad that the father may be dead. Or is he secretly thinking he might get a chance?
Okay. I have no idea who that is.
If the floof remember in the last reaction, not the one that's not out yet, but the last reaction, when you were like, who do you think is gonna die? And I was like, oh, the floof mom and her kid. Like that was the who I thought was gonna die.
Huh.
And the headcanon is that number one dud is their father.
Oh, I heard that was Velvet's dad.
Velvet's dad is an Atlas.
That was that was the thought when that episode came out, but I think that somebody on Twitter said no. I think that somebody said no, that wasn't Velvet's dad.
Oh, all right.
But
anyway,
I might be wrong, but
no idea what you guys are talking about.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
worry
just...
about it.
But yeah, Velvet's dad might be dead. He lives in Atlas.
So the guy with rabbit ears that apparently might be her dad or something like that.
No, he didn't have rabbit ears. He was the guy with the you know, remember the guy with the mug that said number one dad, but the A was crossed out and it was number one dud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. That's
Wait, that was Velvet's dad.
That's what I heard.
Dad.
That was supposed to be Velvet because Velvet's dad's name is William, and he was Bill.
Oh my God, you're right.
If anybody
Is this
in
one
chat
of those
knows, like, or has heard
non-canon things that the writer says
Yeah.
canon,
No, because I mean that's the thing. It's connecting the dots. Like that's because in the books they make specific mention. They actually show him in the books, so it's like that could be him, and we know that Velvet is half human. Like she's half faunus. She's not full faunus.
I mean, yeah, like the whole rule thing is like only one parent needs to be a faunus and not necessarily the same faunus, right? Or is that like been retconned? I'm not sure.
Oh, it's the World of Remnant. Was it ever canon?
All I know is that no one laughed at my take a shot thing.
Oh fuck! I was looking at the fact that it was 187 in here, and I'm like, I'm gonna cry because that's awesome. Thanks, guys. Sorry, Raymond. I promise I'll laugh at the next one no matter what it is. So. You can go to your default Let's Speed Up Kids. I'm gonna be right there with you.
I'll laugh at whatever it is, no matter what it is. I'll laugh. That's fucked up.
Sassy says that insane oddballs continuation was of why does Yang continue to be reckless in battle?
That's just how she's.
That was a
fought.
sister.
Yeah, imagine if it was Blake. Oh boy.
Vexifer. All right. B.
Yeah, she lose
Trando.
another arm.
Huh?
Exactly. She was her other arm. Go ahead. Sorry.
B. Trando. So
Take my arm.
Ambro said that he would coordinate for the portal. Would it be possible to have different portals that could lead to Vale, Mistral, Argus, and other places? The population can be split. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this already, but like that's what they wanted, that's what they asked for. There's really not much, unless you have something to say about that, guys.
The reason why they chose Vale, we can only speculate. I have my reasons as to why, but whatever the reason, they chose to have that conversation off screen for whatever reason. I'm not sure why they didn't have a scene where they said, "All right, we know that her next target is Vacuo, so let's go to Vacuo." But I don't know why they didn't just have that on there. But
Yeah, that's so silly. It's like, they should have been like, oh well, we know that she's not going back to Mistral. Let's put these people in a safe place, not let's put these people in the next logical target.
right? The next place she's gonna show up.
Yeah.
And also, Raymond pointed out too that the people that have been called to come help are on their way. So like, they're gonna get there.
That's why
like,
there's no one in the desert. Yeah.
Thought that was funny.
Where is everyone? On their way.
Yeah, on their way to. Why do you guys here? How old was that message?
Raymond, do you still think Ironwood is gonna throw a bomb through a portal somehow?
I don't think. I think it's Watts trying to get the bomb through the portal now.
Oh, okay.
Because Watts was the one taking control of the plane, wasn't it?
But they were
He was.
so much closer to the
He was.
portal that was in the vault area than they were to the portal that was in the.
No, because of what I think Harriet was trying to basically drop the bomb on Mantle.
Yeah,
Took
Harriet's
it
a clown.
out, and
Yeah.
then Watts was like, "Oh, it's already in the air and outside of like the nearest portal on Atlas. Let's just get it to a portal on Mantle." I think that's his goal.
Yeah, he definitely took control of the autopilot. of the
Alternatively,
plane.
he's trying to just like blow up Mantle himself anyway, which I don't know why he would.
For
Maybe he just doesn't know that what Harriet's trying to do, so he's like, I'm gonna make sure this happens the way I want it to.
I don't know. It was curious to me why you thought that was going to happen, but all right.
Yeah, I don't know what Watts really wants. His plan is. He just seems to be like enjoying himself in there, but we'll find out. But he definitely did take control of the plane, so we'll see wherever he pilots the damn thing to.
Dude, if I had a computer set up like that and I was gonna die, I would be doing so many different things than what Watts is doing.
Especially not eat an apple covered with blood. No, thank you.
Is Watts gonna die at this volume?
If he doesn't die this volume, he's gonna die slowly after getting an infection from that blood.
How is he getting himself out of the situation?
I think he's going down with the ship, frankly.
Interesting.
through a portal.
Yeah, well, sure, but I'm just like, I mean, I guess. But
Can I just comment, like, Watts, I don't think has done anything incompetently this entire time. Like, literally anything that he would have done incompetently has been like the one thing I could say is like him hiding that tablet piece in his like coat, but like at the same time, he got away with it. He got away with it because of other incompetence. Like he read the room properly to know Watts has so far been the most competent character in this entire show, and it galls me the fact that they can write competent characters so consistently, and yet they can't do it for anyone else.
because he's supposed to be the smart one. But I get your point. Yeah, it's stupid that everyone else is kind of like lacking logic, but he seems to be on point for the most part. So why can't they do that for everyone else? Yeah, but I guess because they do that, if everyone's logical, they have to make him even more smarter to counter them, and they don't want to deal with that. So they make him the smart one, and make everyone else dumb. So they have to like make everyone smart. It's harder to write smarter people apparently.
Yep.
Guys, what does Watts want to do? Like, what exactly does he want to do? Just
Chaos
watch it.
until someone gives them the next order. Apparently, I don't know.
Does he not want revenge on Pietro or anything like
See,
that?
that's the thing with these characters, Dashie. Watts hates Ironwood. The reason why he joined up with Salem is to get back at Ironwood, and that's basically his motivation. because Ironwood didn't appreciate his genius. Ironwood never appreciated my genius, right? So he joined up with Salem because Salem did appreciate his genius. Like, say, I appreciate your genius. Use your work to help me out. I like what you're doing. Help me out. Use like it made sense in that regard. So he hated Ironwood, and he had a woman in Salem who appreciated his work. Okay, fine. Now he's not really taking out or taking his frustration toward Ironwood. He's kind of like, all right, let's cause some chaos here. That's the plan until Salem comes back.
Okay, so it does have to do with her then, yeah. Okay.
I guess.
So because
that's the last thing he said.
Do you think Cinders is also still with Salem then? Because they're kind of like.
I would hope not. Jesus.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, they're leaning toward her not being. Everything's leaning toward her. That's the whole. I have to believe that's the whole setup for this volume, because she's like, Salem. We say Salem. He's like, Salem said you can't kill me. Whatever. Salem said to come get me. Salem isn't here right now. Then Peter's like, why do you serve Salem? It's like, I serve no one. I don't serve anyone.
I feel like what's happening right now is that she is still with Salem, but we're building towards the backstab. Where like Cinder is like, well, wait a minute. Oh, your plans are failing. My plans are starting to succeed. Like, why do I need you anymore? I have all the power I want. I don't need you. And so, like, we're going to build to the point where Cinder tries to discard Salem herself.
If I was writing this story, that's why I was kind of annoyed by the wish she used. If I was writing this story, I would have Cinder ask Jinn where the hell the beacon relic was. So once she had that information, she can then either use that relic or hold it over Salem's head. Like, yeah, I have the information. Do you want it? All right, well, this is my demands. Or she just says fuck off completely. But she would have that over Salem. That's why I thought they were going with it, but she didn't use that for that purpose. She used it to find out what Ruby's plan was. So whatever.
I don't know why I did that. Changed the wrong screen.
So we have.
Sorry. I thought it was not on that screen, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Elvin Sage. I was going to move on to the next question because I've thrown that one. What do you think is going through Jinn's mind in the brief moment of hesitation when Cinder asks her about the plan TM copyright?
I asked that. I asked that, and we went through that.
Did?
She basically thought to herself, "These are the baddies. I don't want to help out the bad guys." And that's what
I wasn't here for that part of the conversation, but yeah, basically Jinn is acting as though she's a good guy, even though she is literally she's a fucking lamp.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a moral compass.
Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't have a compass built in at all. It's literally just a lamp. Lamps don't come with compasses, guys. Come on.
Compi. Yeah. This is your question, Raymond. And actually, I'm going to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. This is your favorite long question.
This is Destino. And for those that can't read Japanese, this is Vasto, Lord Destino. Do you miss Crunchy, the Hound Summer, Esquire, Dire, Tortrick, Augustus, Okami, Caesar, Inu, Wepawad, El Lobo, Del, Diablo, Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Coyote, Samael, Stark, Moon Eater, Fenris, Escariet, Skinwalker III, second in line to the throne of Lycanthropus?
No. Who? That damn hound.
Crunchy.
I had to come back
for
that.
That's the full name for
that
Crunchy.
Was ridiculous. And also, you will never read that without an ever. Like, it's so long and just like so. All right.
I had one in
you
there.
Did. This was the closest you've ever come to. Yes.
So mad at myself because he keeps making it longer every single time he writes the damn thing.
You're the one reading it. I said, please don't do. No, you're like, no, that's fun. So.
It is.
All right, now I really.
That question gave me cancer. I almost dropped out of the stream for that question.
All right.
Not all that evil asks, John getting smacked with a rock. Best joke in the volume or best joke in the series? I
don't know. Best joke in the series is still Birdie No.
Yeah, I was gonna say Birdie No is incredible.
Yeah.
It's like that's the kind of humor that this show really should have been embracing this whole time. And for some reason, it doesn't. Like the weird, random, like the innocents that get in the way and get like horribly. Like that would be a way to play it. Is like human casualties aren't really kind of like One Punch Man type deal. You know, casualties aren't like super big deal. They're just they just happen. All right. Aura Master DX asks, will Robin Hill ever stop ruining moments in this volume?
That was hilarious in the moment. I understand why she did what she did, but in that moment, I was dying laughing. Like this character keeps fucking stuff up. But yeah, I get why she did what she did. I just thought it was funny though.
What did she do this episode?
She like took her ship and crashed it right when Vine was about to get through the Harriet, and she crashed into the plane into theirs. Like
Well, in fair, I give her a pass on that.
yeah,
There's no way
I
she
get
could
why
have
she
known
did
what's
it
happening.
because she had no idea what was going on in there. I just thought it was funny.
Ryan Carson asks, why exactly are Crow and Robin wasting time trying to stop the bomb? If the heroes taking the staff means that Atlas will disappear and the evacuation happens, why does it matter? Because like if the bomb goes off too early, it's going to kill everyone in Mantle.
Yeah, you kind of have to get all the people out before the bomb goes off. So that's the issue.
My issue with that is that the robots are like suicide bombing them, and Harriet knows that Ironwood is arrested, or at least that's the only thing that she could reasonably believe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why are you just like going along with these like with this? Like, don't you have any sort of like something's fishy detectors in your skull?
You talking about Harriet?
Yeah, because
Oh,
it's like the robot like just like charged them and like self-destructed, and it's like, what? Like,
Yeah,
okay, why do you think that was your cue to go and drop the bomb?
Yeah, her character is absolute shit right now. She wants to go blow up innocent people in Mantle because Clover died. Give me a fucking break. It's just like I don't care about your bullshit right now. It doesn't make any sense. I don't care that you're so upset about Clover's death. You're going to take it out on innocents to have nothing to do with it. If she was been on getting revenge, then I could go along with that. But she's like, all right, no, it's about the principle. Clover died, so it's the principle of the thing. I have to kill people. Like what?
Yeah, Clover died, and Crow was like, I blame James for this. And then Clover died, and Hare is like, I blame random humans in Mantle for this.
So fucking stupid.
And Tyrion's over here like, guys, I did it like right in front of you.
Like, he's laughing himself to the bank like these clowns.
Yeah. Dexterix525 asks, where did Nora go after the cinder bombing? And that's a very good question. What if Nora just fell into the darkness and no one noticed?
Where is Nora?
She's flying around on her hammer.
People were mentioning that she just kind of vanishes at
wait.
The scene.
All joking aside, I can't remember. Where did Nora go in the show in this episode?
Where's Nora on the other side?
She was doing with John, where she was running through the portals to talk to people.
We didn't see her though, right? We saw John.
No, because like Ren and John split up early on, and then Ren went through the portal with Oscar and Emerald, but Nora stayed behind, and she was like going through the portals. I don't know what she was doing when the fight started. That's the thing. I don't know where she is now.
So I guess they took her out of the. They needed her to leave the scene. They didn't want her to be in there, so they had her.
She's too OP. She was just one.
Okay, so she's helping evacuate people. Okay,
and hit stuff.
So she'll be the one that helps out later. She'll come in and pop. Okay, remember that next episode when everything looks kind of dire. She'll come out of nowhere and boom with the hammer.
Yeah. Oh, look, Neo's gonna get Rwby on like her knees, and she's gonna stab, and then blindsided again by running down a hallway is gonna come Nora swinging that hammer.
And she'll say the same thing. She'll like be strong and hit stuff, and then hit her. Boom.
Oh my god! If she fucking gulfs Neo into Cinder, that would be incredible. I would love that.
Do you guys think that Neo's gonna make it out of this volume? Like all seriously, I think
there's a strong chance she dies here.
Yeah, I think she's done, and for good reason. It's over. Who are we kidding? What else is there to do with this character? She wants to kill Rwby. All this to kill Rwby. She fails by knocking her ring off. At this point, it's over. She's gonna get knocked into the damn abyss as well, or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But I think she's done.
Typing Loud asks, with Rwby versus Neo and Cinder, Winter versus Ironwood, Crow versus Harriet, and Oreo dealing with the Grim and Vacuo, how much of a mess do you think this finale will be? About as as much of a mess as every other volume thus far.
Volume 2 finale.
Team Coffee's gonna show up and just end the entire oh my, because Team Coffee
You're right, they will.
Where are
They will. They'll show up because they're in Vacuo.
Oh, you're right, it is gonna be the volume 2 finale again.
Where is Team Coffee? Seriously,
They're in Vacuo. There's 2 whole books
Yeah.
about them being in Vacuo. They're there with Team Sun, and they also a bunch of other Beacon survivors. So odds are we're going to see cameos by Octavia, or is it Octavia? I think her name is Octavia. I believe.
Octavia,
I'm trying to remember.
Who's
Final,
Octavia?
Lyra.
I'm just saying, like all these random background characters, they're gonna come in with new redesigns in the new engine, and they're gonna go start kicking ass. Actually, Octavia's pretty cool. She can do like this power glide on sand, which is
Which
like
one
I
was
think
she?
would be really cool animated.
Who's
wise.
Octavia?
Was she the
She's
nice
the
one?
one. She's the one from the team Sun fight from Volume 3. When she was fighting Sage, she summoned like a dust tornado with her staff.
Oh, one of the girls, the Indigo girls.
Yeah, one of the Indigo girls.
How do you know her specifically like that? Is she in a book? Probably.
Books?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the second book does a lot of like establishing like those characters, also establishing who died. Like, for example, I believe it was everyone in Team
Bronze.
who was on the team? Not Bronze. Bronze, I think, had a few survivors. What was the one with Mazedong?
That was Bronze.
Was that Bronze?
No, that
You're
has
thinking
an M
about
in it. It
Auburn.
has an M with it. Oh no, Zedon.
No, is it?
No,
she
it was Bronze.
may-
It was that.
Yeah. Sorry, Team Bronze. Yeah, Team Bronze is just dead.
Damn.
If I understand, if I remember correctly.
Rip.
Yep.
Can anyone think of a legitimate reason as to why Team Rwby would not ask Team Funky to help out with this?
Boston
evacuation?
Loyalists.
Yeah, they were trying to get him. They were in the trenches. With
Yeah,
their glow sticks
but
in their.
They're still alive, right?
Sure.
So why aren't they helping with the evacuation?
Boston Loyalists.
In
Communications.
fact, here's another question that won't get answered. Where the fuck are the rest of the damn huntsmen and professional huntsmen, and what the fuck are they doing? Because right now I see a bunch of civilians running through here, as if there's no huntsmen to be found in the damn world.
They're all at CL's birthday party.
Or I
Exactly.
you know.
The world building in this show is shot to shit.
Well, I mean, okay, so the huntsmen in that Atlas are supposed to... But wait, then we saw in Cinder's backstory that there are independent hunters.
You're damn right they are.
Oh, God! Ah!
They expect us to believe the only huntsmen in the entire world are the Aesops. Well, in the Atlas, in Mantle, are the Aesops and the Happy Huntresses, and that's it.
Hazel killed them all.
Yep, Hazel killed them all.
Sure.
Wait, real quick, Raymond. Austin had also mentioned. He says, I also realized today that if they bring the staff with them to Vacuo, they'll just be making themselves more, vulnerable or susceptible to the Grim because of it's a homing. It attracts Grim. Now, I don't remember right now who has the Relics right now.
Penny?
He has a question.
Penny had it before she started fighting Cinder.
Where'd it go
Had
after
it.
that?
Yeah, where's it
Question.
now?
Let me find out.
Did
Let's
somebody
see.
take it to Vacuo? I can't remember if they had it with them.
Do you think one of the relics are getting thrown in the
See.
abyss?
She had it in
No,
her
I don't think
hand.
so.
They should
Did
be.
Did she just hand it off to a random civilian? What?
What?
Did
She had it in her. She's holding it in her hand, and then she's not. But they don't show what happened to it.
I mean, we know that it gets smaller, but we don't know how small.
Maybe she handed it off to Nora?
No, Nora wasn't
That's
there.
where Nora... I mean, like, that's supposition, but, like...
Or maybe
What happened to the damn
Nora's
relic?
down there with her hammer, waiting to catch Yang. Yeah.
Let me see.
But
Let me go to the end. Wow, it just disappears.
Yeah, I just had a
Wow.
thought, guys.
No,
You
no,
could
wait,
ruin-
no. It's on her back. It's on her back.
Is it?
On Penny's back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Guys, I just had a thought. You can
Oh yeah,
ruin...
it is. It is.
Okay, Raymond.
Yeah,
what
it's
are you
on-
trying to
on her
say,
back.
Raymond?
You can ruin Salem's entire plan right here and now by just throwing the Staff of Creation down into the pit.
Yeah.
But we don't know. Yeah. I mean,
Think about
Yeah.
it. Then the entire plan goes bunk because like who's gonna go down into the pit? No one. You know, no one knows what else happens. So you throw that down there. It's down there at the bottom now. No one's gonna go down there to go get it because no one knows if they're gonna be able to make it back up.
I mean, Salem can.
I guess the plan is to
She won't die.
use the relic eventually to get rid of the damn portals, I guess. But
So do you guys?
I don't know.
Damn it, Raymond. Do you guys think it's still gonna be like a mega relic or a mega relic? They connect and they turn into this mega, like are they
No.
pieces of one thing? No, right?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, so let's see here.
Could
Did
they
you
use
read-
the staff
did you
of
read typing
creation
loud
to
already?
make a new question?
Huh?
Could they use the staff of creation to make a new question for Jin?
I was thinking that they could just use the staff of creation to make the beacon relic.
Interesting.
Like
what-
that. That was what I was. That's what I was like. You
But
know.
it's like you can't. No, like wishing for more wishes rule, I guess. Which where did you leave off, Raymond?
It was Elvin Sage asking if the bomb takes out Crow and Robin, how happy will you be? I would be
Thrilled.
incredibly happy. I don't think they're gonna kill Crow. Robin, I'm pretty confident that she's got some death flags on her back right now.
When Crow might as well get got. I mean, who cares at this point?
All right.
The writers.
They do. Yeah, you're right. They do. But I don't.
Base flipper. What do you think of Ironwood's single man tier?
It's his last cry before he
Fatman.
dies.
Yeah, Fatman.
Fatman says because he's working against his semblance.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's it's only next Saturday or next Sunday when we do
Yeah.
when we do the final reaction.
Yeah.
So we'll see
Yeah,
how it
I
goes.
just think that's hilarious. Like. Oh my
asks-
god, this fucking show, man.
Floof asks, how long do you suppose the final episode of the season is going to be? Any guess as to the after credits scene, if any?
I think the after credit scene
It'll-
is Salem coming up. Like
Yeah,
Salem
Yeah.
reformed.
Is
I
they're,
think it's
they're
gonna be
that
about 30
predictable.
minutes. I don't think it's gonna do much longer than 30 minutes.
What a disaster for Salem. My goodness.
So guys, come on, get your questions in early. Don't you're rushing now.
That
you're all
video is
rushing it.
definitely coming.
Yeah.
Boy.
Ravenwood asks, do you think there's water at the bottom like in volume 5? That's funny.
Well, because of the intro and. They
Oh, I
also-
just got what he meant.
Speaking of,
That's volume 5.
I heard something about that. You know how like they fall and then a whole bunch of grim arms like grab, like I don't know, Rwby. One of
Yeah.
them is Cinder's arm. Any thoughts on that? I don't know. I have.
That's just for the sake of the intro.
It's just a thing, right? Just like Cinder and I'm sorry, Weiss and Emerald. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
Reminder, we've seen that same imagery before back in volume 6 and nothing came of it.
Well, what do you mean? Like, it was
Because
a
we had the
metaphor of
opening with,
how Crow got sucked in. So, and he
A
did.
metaphor for
Depression.
alcoholism.
Yeah, but that lasted all of an episode. It wasn't anything.
That still
significant.
happened, right? Just like
It was a
Whatever
good
else
episode.
They also had arms reaching for Rwby in that intro as well. And that didn't come of it. Unless you want to
They
say
almost
that
did.
was
until Maria
was the,
said,
the
"Use your
apathy.
peepers, girl."
It was different type of arms. The stretchy arm, but I get your point. It was a stretchy Salem arm, but yeah, it was supposed to be. It's supposed to represent the apathy, though.
Okay.
Tanya asks, thoughts on what if Nora was the main character?
What if?
Hey, subscribe to my channel and donate to my Patreon if you want to see a version of Rwby where Nora is the main character. And also take a shot because I brought up fixing.
What do you guys think we are? Masako X?
I don't know what that means.
He's the guy that does the What If Dragon Ball series.
Oh,
where
then
he
I
just
definitely
does.
don't know what that is.
He's one of the voices from Dragon Ball Z Abridged, where he's gotten big on that fan base. So he's just like, oh, I'm gonna do a bunch of what if stories, like what if Goku's mother came with him to Earth, or what if Raditz turned good, or what if this, what if that, and literally he just followed in. It's a very impressive writing effort. I'll give him that. Like, it's very creative, but like at the same time, it's like it's not our thing here right now, guys. My biggest question is, what if blank was good?
Okay. Let's get it last 3 questions, you guys, because it seems like we're being slowing down now. Do you guys have any predictions at all while we're waiting for some for the next episode? Like something small, nothing necessarily like that's how they're gonna end it. Just something like a Rubingo kind of thing.
Where is CL? Damn it!
So
The last episode is just going to be all CL at her birthday party, all alone, waiting for her friends to show up.
aw.
You have to hurt me like this, Fatman. That is so sad. Like someone alone at their birthday party is one of the saddest images I could imagine in my life. And every time I see a meme that depicts that, and it doesn't end with a happy group of friends celebrating the birthday as some kind of surprise or some kind of weird twist of happy fate. No, if it doesn't end with that, I will immediately burn it to the ground because it's so sad.
No, the portal is going to open up. CL's going to be like, she's
Isn't that
gonna
just
sadly
Yun Yun?
blow out
Yes,
her
it
candle.
is.
And then the portal's going to open up in front of her and she's going to walk through and then everybody's going to be like, happy birthday. while Cinder and Rwby and Neo are all fighting, that everybody else is going to be secretly have organized a surprise birthday party for CL inside the portal.
Alpha Omega Beta Sin asks, do you think Half-Life 3 is down there?
She's just gonna come out in the source engine.
Everything is now animated in Gmod.
I don't know what that means.
Never played that game.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's literally just a sandbox to play around in. That's all it is.
We're nerds. Don't worry.
I have a nitpick.
Um,
I have a nitpick. Or maybe it could be something. So
What's this? Go for it.
I do that. It's not just sunshine and rainbow hair. I say shit. Okay, so Jean walks through the portal and it's like, it's okay, guys. I'm a huntsman. Here's my license. Shouldn't have been revoked when he was like wanted.
Ooh, that's a good.
Say
That's
again?
Yes.
kind of a good question.
You're,
Shouldn't have
that
what?
is correct.
Shouldn't it have been
Yeah.
revoked by Ironwood when they were wanted? He still has it. He's like, here you go.
Maybe like I don't. Ooh.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe they just didn't. Like, maybe they just like the wanted wanted poster was like separate from the
I mean,
huntsman
how though?
license.
When they're criminals, you're gonna still let them have their licenses?
Maybe
well,
he took-
okay. Imagine somebody has like. Imagine that there's a doctor who commits tax fraud. Does he lose his medical license?
I mean, I don't know what the law is. I really don't know.
Like,
maybe
Give me
maybe
something
John
better.
took a screen. He took a screenshot of his license. So
Okay. All right. So that was my thing.
All right. Blade Charge asks, how fast do you think Winter will take out Ironwood? Also, people need to chill about Yang. She's not going to die.
how do you
agreed.
know,
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie?
I agree.
I know, right?
How fast will Winter take out Ironwood? I'm guessing about 5 minutes.
Yeah, they'll do that thing where they'll show the fight, they'll cut away, and they'll cut back to it. So maybe it'll be like, yeah, maybe 4
5 minutes total. It'll be 2 minutes of fight and then cut away, and then 2 minutes of fight. Round there.
Yeah, 2 to 4 minutes.
No, I think they're gonna have a long talk. I think I think that it's going to last longer than that, but only because of like a talk.
I think I did that one.
Okay.
They have a lot of fights to get through. Which
Chris.
here's the question: which fight you think will be wrapped up quick because of screen time? They have to we gotta get this done and over with real quick. So which fight will happen really quick and be over with?
Harriet. and the-
Harriet, Crow, Robin, Elm.
Probably because Harry can use his speed, so it'll be pretty fast. Yeah, I agree.
Chris Sky Zero asks, when the heck are we going to hear Neo speak? She has a VA. I mean, she is mute, so we're not going to hear
Yeah,
her
I
speak.
don't think we're gonna hear her. at all.
Confirm that. She has sounds. People who are mute still make sounds.
Yeah.
It's not like your voice, your ability to exhale doesn't work anymore.
Right
Isn't
before
her
she died,
VA? Go ahead.
right before she died, she'll scream "fuck." That's it.
And it's gonna be like a Hazel voice, right? That's
Oh yeah, it's a weird
Yeah.
sounding
I-
voice. Yeah.
She just looks up into Ruby's eyes, having been stabbed. She's like, I just wanted to be evil. Is that so bad?
what the hell?
Yes, it is.
A little bit. Okay. Raymond, I think we got 2 more, and then we're all.
Right, oh.
That's it. No, I think that
Okay,
whatever's in there
I'll
now.
pop this down then. Ryan Carson asks, do you guys think that Cinder just left Watts to die? Her lines about "you deserve this" leads me to think Cinder fucked him over out of spite. She probably welded the door shut. I don't know what that's all about.
That was them showing that Cinder has developed and she's now acting like Salem. That the whole thing. Oh, you know how Salem said to Cinder, "You deserve so much than I've given you. I should be lifting you up." That was them saying, "Oh, look, she's learned, guys. She's developed. Now she's behaving like Salem." That was the whole purpose of that thing.
When did she say you deserve this?
When she walked, when at the
was
beginning of the
walking out of the
episode,
room.
when Watts was going to town on the system, just typing away, or they're playing around. She said, "You deserve this, Watts," and she walked she walked off with Neo.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, it's basically like a hint to like, oh, she's acting like Salem because Salem said, "You deserve way more than I've given you." Like earlier in the volume, at episode like 6 after the backstory. So they're basically just saying, look, she's grown. That's the whole thing about this episode. The whole episode, you look back at it, like I had to do earlier today. It's all about, oh yeah, Cinder's learning, guys. She learned the lesson. She's grown. She's developed. She's different. She's doing things differently now. That's basically the whole point of the episode with Cinder.
Automaster DX asks, speaking of the Hound, do you guys expect one of the other you expect the other hounds to be complete jobber level Grim now?
No.
And no, I expect them to be Lieutenant Grim. I expect them to be sort of like a mid-tier enemy they occasionally encounter.
I think there's only one other hound, and it's going to be Summer.
Yeah,
unfortunately. So I guess they're paying off that next chapter. Like they did the whole setup with the Hound, and it's a Silver Eye Warrior. They paid it off in volume 9, I guess. Obviously.
Yeah, sounds about right.
What if that's the end credit? The end credit scene is oh, look, it's Summer in Hound form. Oh, gosh.
No,
she's the whale.
It'll be
good. She's dead. Good.
It'll be basically the Hound finding the remains of Salem, and she'll be waking up and being like, "All right, time for Plan B," and that's where it'll cut out.
And then she'll be making making flying monkeys, and then we'll never see them at all. No, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
She's like, now, like I said on Twitter, like she's gonna say, now I'm really gonna do it myself. Yeah.
I'm really gonna do it. If it is exactly that line, I'll give it a million out of a million. Now I'll really do it myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Again.
Like they should gather a whole Grim army again and travel to Vacuo the same way. With this time she'll have 3 whales.
Does she put on a glove with rainbow stones? Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
They fucked Salem.
This does put a smile on my face.
She just does Thanos theme.
DexterX525 asks our last question. If Nora suddenly disappeared, she probably could have caught Yang with her flying grenade launcher hammer.
Oh, wasn't a question, but yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Like maybe she's down there just with a catcher's mitt. Like, come on. So.
I wouldn't. What's funny? I would not be surprised if they put that ass pull like, Yang, she's gone. She's let her fall. I said, actually, she's not. And then Nora pops up with holding Yang.
But we saw Yellow Poof though.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's what we saw. But how do we know that Emerald wasn't using her power through the portal somehow?
Emerald's trying to get the sand out of her eyeballs. Like I don't think.
Yeah. She's falling somewhere. Yeah, Nora didn't save her, but yeah. But Weiss and Rwby sure could have. Rwby could have done it easily by breaking herself down into a molecular component, thus negating her mass.
Yes, so. and Weiss could have summoned the Queen Lancer.
Yeah. Use her glyph.
Could have flown for it. Blake could have taken the shadow clones.
Yeah, they're like 10 different ways Weiss could have did it. Honestly, now I think about it. She has so many. Her shit is so creative with her symbols, her glyphs.
That's because Weiss is supposed to be. She's a support character.
Later on in that very fight, Weiss uses her semblance to pull Cinder out of the sky.
Yeah,
she could have used a glyph to pull Yang back up.
She sure could have.
Yeah. No, I think Weiss is just jealous that she's like, there are some people who think Yang is a better character than me, and it's all because of Volume 4.
I know, right? Exactly.
I'm gonna let her fall.
Funny enough, that might have been Weiss's best volume 4, actually. Now I think about it.
It was easily both of their best volumes.
Yeah.
And Cinder's best
Easily.
volume,
Yeah,
And Cinder's
Cinder-
best volume as well. And I'm not even kidding. That was her best volume.
Yeah,
Then they
Yeah.
went and ruined it in volume 5.
yeah. Volume 4 is just the best volume.
I've come around on it, but I still gotta give it to volume 3.
Still gotta give it
Even with all its problems, I still give it to volume 3.
I guess.
Back when Rwby had better, I thought Rwby was a better show at that time, and good times at that point. I wasn't so jaded, and like I said, they had the death and the actual stakes in the show at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've come around on volume 4. I used to hate volume 4. Now I just acknowledge, all right, it's really my hate is really about Blake's arc, and the rest of it is not that bad.
Yeah. What was Blake's best volume? Was it 1? Sorry, this is unrelated to the current.
Yeah, I
I know, right?
actually have a question about this episode.
Blake's best
but-
volume was. It's funny enough. It could have been 6, but they fucked it up. Blake's best volume was I don't know, 1. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 1.
Yeah. All right. What was your question, Dash?
Sorry, Dashie.
Like, we were talking about no, it's fine. We were talking about like how I guess precise you needed to be with like Ambrosius, right? One would think that the coordinates would be directly in the the school, not in the middle of the desert, or maybe
Yeah.
like the school pops up somewhere magically, like in Avatar. I know I said it this time, like the library.
Yeah, it's stupid that there's 2 things about that whole wish. I like the fact that they fucked it up. Like, I can understand how they can make that mistake with straight ticket to Vacuo and not realize it. I like that part that they can't go back to the portal. I like that. That was a good part of the writing. Cool. They fucked up. They didn't realize they fucked up, but they did. I like that. What I don't like is the fact that Vacuo is a big, massive desert wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time believing they wouldn't say, okay, can you make a portal straight to Shade Academy?
Right.
Dead in the middle of it. Why the hell would you say Vacuo, knowing that it's a massive ass piece of land in the middle of a desert?
At least a zip code, like something like.
I don't buy that they wouldn't say in Shade Academy or somewhere where like they know it's safe. I don't buy that, especially when you're taking a whole bunch of people who are gonna be panicking. So why would you just say, "Oh, Vacuo somewhere, anywhere in the Vacuo"? It doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, the whole one way ticket. I like that part.
Yeah, I liked it too. Okay.
Just to fuck with them, gotta get on their bad side.
Yeah, like, you guys not gonna tell me where in Vacuo? Okay, I'll take it to Vacuo, all right.
Yeah.
I'll take it to Vacuo, all right. Dead in the worst part of it, since you don't want to say where, jackasses.
I mean, nobody's in Vacuo anyway, because they all went to help in Atlas, right?
I know, right? They're all left because they're random
just
girls.
the janitors there, yeah, and it's shopkeep, so.
The sun, dumbass.
It's shopkeep the beacon relic.
Because everyone's like, who's this crazy girl on my TV? And the sun like, no, we know this girl. She's Ruby Rose. Remember the Vital Festival? Oh yeah, the Vital Festival tournament. Yeah, but trust her, believe her. We need to send everyone. All right, and they send everyone, and then now no one's there because of sun.
Okay, you guys have anything else to add at all on this episode or anything? Like
That's all I've got.
That's all I got for now. I'll elaborate much more tomorrow.
Yeah.
My stream.
Yes, make sure to keep an eye out for that stream. I am going to do my best to be there. I wanna see what's up. I'm very interested.
Yes. Please remember that the reaction that we're technically getting ahead of is going to be coming out on Fatman's channel. Next week, the finale reaction will be up on my channel next week. Whenever the episode comes out, I'll try to get it up as quick as possible. And remember that on Friday, me and Molly are streaming. We're reviewing people's submissions for their writing. So we'd like to see you guys there for writing advice. It's very much a lot of fun. We love to have you guys out there. Should we do the Patreon plugs? Anyone?
It's okay. Don't worry about it. They know.
Okay.
We say it enough all the time anyway. Yeah, make sure to, if you're not subscribed to us, come hang out. We got other stuff in here too. So there's that.
Ooh. 9 more likes. Go get us to 69 likes right now.
Oh yeah, is it really 16?
Do
Oh,
it.
no way.
There's 169 in you right now. Just hit the like button.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you once again. Excuse me for joining us. Here's hoping that some
69.
stuff,
Boom.
some stuff
Oh,
gets
not 71.
gets answered and all that stuff. So we'll see you next week, and take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Catch you all on the flip side.